All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you are having an amazing morning. Hope you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How are you doing today?
Whoa. Good morning, Carlos. I am great. Yeah, things are good. Nothing special to report here. Things are snafu.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Are you sure? You sound like you're trying to convince yourself and then me too. I'm not sure.
But I'm going to leave you early. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yep. You did. You texted me yesterday.
All right, just making
sure. Yep. No. Of course. All right, friends. Excellent. Let's take a look at what we have going on today. Here's our gappers list for this morning. We got a couple of names we are very familiar with. We got crypto stocks back in play this morning as well. As again, this just continues to receive positive news, so they're playing out here pretty nice this morning. Again, a ton of them here today, and of course, we'll look at our usual suspects today. I'm seeing a lot of quantum stocks on the list this morning. We haven't seen them in a while; they've been kind of quiet, but today they're making their way onto the gappers list today. So we'll see what's driving that today, and yeah, let's get to our U.S. economic calendar. Peter, what do we have for today?
Well, we have a few things on the calendar. So finally, we're getting some interest, some action, but it's really not much. So we've got the producer price index, which came out, and it came out pretty much in line with analyst expectations. The month-over-month stuff came in at 0.2, exactly on forecast. The year-over-year, slightly lower, but that's the least important of them. Really, people care about what's happening month by month. Later on today, we do have a couple of pieces of data with the industrial production and capacity utilization that are coming out. They don't tend to move the market. I seem to say that about most things, but it's really true. Most of this economic data is of interest, but unless you're trading something very specific, they're not big market movers. At 2 o'clock, I ran out of room on my list, but at 2 o'clock, the Fed Beige Book is released. Just be aware that if you're trading this afternoon, that Fed Beige Book sometimes can get the market to just whipsaw in one direction or another. Usually it retraces that. The Beige Book is just an amalgamated, view of previously announced statements of economic activity, I guess. So yeah, there's really nothing there's nothing new out of it, but it can sometimes have the computers gets them a little jumpy. So other than that, yeah, pretty quiet, I think, Carlos. I think once again we're going to be looking at the stocks that are in play. We actually have some earnings today. The banks continue. Yesterday, as you know, we had a couple of banks. Today we've got a few more. A lot of regional banks. We're not going to look at those, but we've got a couple of the major banks that have earnings, and then Johnson & Johnson. So it's like banks and Johnson & Johnson. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we sure will. All right, friends, let's get to our gapper. Let's see what's going on here this morning. Let's start with the first one. Looks a little interesting. All right, first one today is going to be NUWE. So NUWE. Let's see what we got going on here. We are up this morning 137%. So beautiful, nice big pop on this ticker today. And tons of volume, 16.1 million shares traded. So in play this morning, NUWE is the name of the ticker, Peter?
NUWE, yeah. I think we've seen them on the list before, but the name doesn't sound familiar. They're a producer of medical equipment, and they specifically focus on fluid management solutions. So they just got a patent protecting one of their key products, which is a blood filtering system. So that's good news for them that they have this patent protection, which means they will be the only company able to produce this thing, and yeah, it secures their market position. Really debatable, Carlos, as to whether this is going to be tradable or not. I don't know. Like, normally this trades about 1 million shares a day on average, which means usually a little less, sometimes a little more. I mean, already this morning we're at 16 times that. So It's tough to say. I mean, the trading pre-market actually looks pretty good. So
Yeah.
maybe this actually might be a possibility. The float is, huh? This is the float on this thing.
Three. I'm showing 3 million. So I'm showing pretty low on it.
I see 100,000 shares. That's odd.
Mm.
Yeah, something's wrong with my numbers here. So, yeah, I don't know what to make of it, but again, it looks okay. Look, if nothing else, it might be fun to watch. I see it's hard to, it's not shortable. Well, that's weird. Okay, so it's not shortable either. So there's some challenges on this one if you want to pay attention to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm showing 3 million on it. Again, pre-market looks awesome. Look at this pre-market activity; looks great. It's just as Peter mentioned, how tradable is it going to be? Who knows? So, going to I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna put it here in a risky pile. It's a risky stock. Could be the low flow of the day, so put it in a risky pile down here. It won't be on my banner at the bottom because I don't plan to trade it, but I would love to look and see how this ends up for or how it starts the market open.
Mm.
BTMC is the next one on here. Let's see, BTCS, excuse me, BTCS. I can't tell what the name is because the name just shows BTCS as well. But we are,
Wait,
yeah.
isn't that one of those K-pop bands? Or is that BTC?
No, it's BTK. We should know this, Peter. We should know this.
I don't
BTK.
know my K-pop. Sorry.
Uh,
BTS? Is that what it is?
BTS.
BTS is the K-pop band. Okay. All right, there you
It is BTS. Okay, so well, close,
go.
close. Why BTK? Why did I say K? I feel like
BTK
everything has
was
to have a K. Maybe has to be a
BTK
K
is
in
a
it.
serial killer? Who the heck is that?
Yeah, it is. We'll have to Google that. If we had like producers, Peter, and like if this was a show, we had producers in the back like looking at us, they'll be like going crazy, tapping their heads, like what are these guys talking about? There's just a reference of serial murder on TV. They're talking about K-pops. I mean, they'll be going nuts. They'll have a hard time with me. They'll have a hard time controlling me and you, Peter. They
Yeah.
really will. You know, their jobs will be tough. But thankfully, we don't have any of that, so we just go off the rails whenever we want
Anyway.
to. But
None of
let's.
which has to do with this company BTCS that is just
Yeah,
minding its own business on our
yeah.
gappers list today, and it's here because it's being added to the Russell Microcap Index. So, as Andrew likes to call it sometimes, it's just a grouping of garbage stocks, but that's not really fair. They're just small stocks, but
Okay.
it's basically in the
Float on it
Russell
is slow
Microcap.
too.
Is this the Russell 2000? It doesn't actually say that. Anyways, Russell
No.
Microcap Index. That's what it's on.
Wait, this is a Russell Microcap Index? You
Yes.
lost me. Oh, okay.
It's being added to the Russell
Oh,
Microcap Index
okay.
as part of its
Gotcha,
index
gotcha.
structure. Yeah.
All right, got it, got it. All right, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna hold off on this. I think we'll find something better. BMNR, but at least it has some news. It is a 13 million shares float, so at least there's some news there. But here's this one, BMNR, and this is Byte Mine, and of course,
What did you tell me?
crypto. Yeah,
Oh,
Byte Mine. It's actually
no,
Bit Mine,
Bitmine.
but I like to say Byte
Bitmine.
Mine. Byte Mine sounds
Right, yeah.
great, you know. So, we always change the name of tickers here. But yeah, I mean the list, Peter. If you go through it, there's crypto heavy. As I think they got some kind of news today. So, tell us, ladies and greats, on this.
Well, Bitmine, it was there was a release this morning. It was either last night or this morning. Yeah, it was early this morning that just I guess in their public disclosure of significant investors announced that 9.1% of the company is owned by tech billionaire Peter Thiel. So, who is the co-founder of Palantir. So that's good news for Bitmine. You know, the Palantir is one of those companies that these days you want to be associated with. So that's it's good to know that Peter Thiel has a stake in this and clearly believes in the future of the company. So in fact, just by announcing that, Bitmine, well, they got a bump in their stock price. So I guess that's good news for all involved. The
Yeah, and
rich
I
got
also,
richer.
yeah. I typically don't like the stock. It is up 17%. So, I mean, it's in play. Look at the daily from a few days ago. I mean, this thing is just massive pop here all the way to 150. It's the one that had the $50 drop. That's why we remember the name so much, right? You guys remember that. But yeah, but this list, man, crypto, there's a policy that's being passed through as well. So crypto's enjoying this. You can see all the coins here, Mara, well, not coins, but tickers, Mara, Riot. I mean, you name it. They're on here today. They're all over this list. So that's pretty good. As far as crypto, let's just cover that. If we look at Mara and some other ones, again, they have not been trading well. Intraday action on Mara and some other ones has not been exciting. Let me take a look at Mara here. But they could be getting there. Mara, for the most part, 1.2 million shares traded. They're up 3.1. If I take a look at Riot, these guys are up 2.6, 416. I mean, not ideal, not great, man. So I don't know what to think about them. I mean, they are in play. They have news. Crypto, Bitcoin is, running near all-time highs. There's a lot going on. I just don't know if I'm going to be watching them, Peter. Do you like any of these, and which one is your favorite that you'll be watching today?
No, I mean, I don't love any of them. That being said, like I've been saying, I think any one of them can jump on a given day. You just never know which day that's going to be. Mara is one of the ones I like to watch personally, but I have been keeping an eye on Coin, Riot, and Mara over the last few days, and have not loved the way they've been moving or trading. So. Yeah, not likely to. I'm not going to spend a lot of time watching them, but I do flip back to them a couple of times each day.
Yeah, I feel like I have to watch one of these today, man. Anything can happen with the news, with the policies and stuff. So I'm going to put Mara, because Mara is one of my favorite ones to watch. So I will put Mara, what has been in the past, not as much anymore. And then Coin. I like Coin again. So I like Coin here. I know they're not directly affected by it, but they are in the business. So I will watch Coin as well. All right, let's take a look, friends, what else we have going on. So back to our trading terminals gappers list. SBET is always on here. I mean, this stock is always on here. Today they're up 14%, 4 million shares traded. So do got some great volume this morning. Peter, what's driving them today? They continue to push higher and higher somehow.
Yeah, and SBET just keeps sort of, gathering attention, I guess, and getting the trade volume. I mean, nothing new on this. They keep talking about this Ethereum foundation that they're looking to put together. Basically, it's a treasury like so many others, right, that are investing in one cryptocurrency or another. I don't. I'm not sure what to make of it. I mean, I keep thinking that the party's got to end sometime soon, and it does keep moving though. And if you look at the daily, it looks pretty boring. But intraday, it actually has been moving not bad. Now, that said, the spread is highly variable, at least by my opinion. For a $30 stock, I've seen the spread go as high as 20 to 30 cents and then as low as 1 or 2 cents. So you just have to, I think it's a little bit of a buyer beware. And it's weird price action pre-market. If you look at it, Carlos, it's got this mix of, decent movement. And then, right now, for example, if you look at a 1 minute, it's like almost into that barcode. So it tells me maybe a lot of this volume is just, institutional computers trading against each other. So that's a little bit of a warning, but it's not all that bad. It's got some decent movement, again, if you're willing to be patient with it.
Yeah, I agree. Again, just continues to find a way to move higher. You can see that on the daily here. So I will add this to, I don't know, secondary for now. Let's come back to it. Secondary for now and see how it does. Looking at yesterday's action, it's not that bad. Not that bad. I can't say it was great. I mean, I can't say it was great because we didn't see it, but it had a pretty nice breakout here. So I don't know. Let's keep a close eye on it. All right, friends. Let's continue here and see what else we have. Let's talk about quantum. So this list, I see a lot of quantum tickers today. They're back in play, or at least back on this list. RGTI, I saw QUBT, IonQ. They're all driving up this morning. So Peter, anything with quantum? It seems they're all in play today as they're hitting our list. Oh wow, look at RGTI. That's up
Yeah,
7.2.
Rigetti had some news this morning, and I love the company, like when they issue a press release, they always start with Rigetti Computing, a pioneer in full stack quantum classical computing. Again, I love the made up terms that we come up with, but quantum classical, not sure, anyways, that's uh, sounds cool. Anyways, they had achieved their performance milestone of 99.5% medium 2-qubit gate fidelity on its modular 36-qubit system with a twofold reduction in median 2-qubit gate error rate from their previous best results. If that made sense to you, congratulations. Basically, their computer did stuff, and they're happy with it. So, that's what's going on. Yeah, exactly as Tunde is saying. I mean, I guess I can summarize it. I don't have to play too dumb on it. It basically means the big problem with quantum computing has been that it can do complex calculations very quickly, but with a very high error rate. The problem is a lot of the classical computing that we do, like running a spreadsheet or operating a website, right? It requires very low error rates. You expect them to operate like you can't run a spreadsheet if you get different answers at different times from the same calculation, right? So the really what the work has been to figure out how do you get that large data set compute capability that quantum promises, combined with a very low error rate, giving you a high certainty in responses. And that's what Rigetti's working on. They've come closer. They're not there by any stretch, but they're basically linking more and more of these quantum qubits together to be able to basically they recalculate many times, and then sort of hone in on the answer. It's an interesting approach as opposed to just getting it right. They just do it so many times that they eliminate error through repetition.
What are we gonna do all this math processing? Like, what are we trying to solve here?
The mysteries of the universe, Carlos.
Okay, okay. I trying to
Space
figure out
time
what.
travel, eternal life.
I thought when I hit algebra, I was like, "What the heck is going on here?" Back in school, and I'm like, "It's done. Why do I need this? I can't use this at the store to buy a Twinkie,
Well,
like what?" So what are we trying to solve here? All this
but how
math.
do you
Is just,
figure out how much to pay for your Twinkie unless you've got some math? So
it
come on,
has a
man.
damn sign on it. It says 199.
Well,
All right,
how did
good
you get
stuff,
to the
man.
store? Using anyway, never mind.
We can really go. Yeah. It's just interesting. But yeah, no. But overall, on the seriousness, that's pretty good. Hopefully, they can figure that out. But Peter, they're all on here. So is it just RGTI, or is everybody else sympathy with RGTI?
Well, RGTI is the one that I saw that had the main news. It does feel like it's a little bit of a follow on. There is one other piece of data that I saw out there that the Bank of America released sort of a statement report, as they do analysis on different market segments, and they made sort of almost like a secondary statement somewhere in one of their sort of just you know here's our analysis of financial markets. And the statement that seems to be galvanizing or energizing this quantum space is they said quantum computing could be the biggest revolution for humanity since discovering fire. That's a pretty big statement.
That's a big statement. Yeah, it's pretty big.
So
All right.
anyways, and they went on to say just the power of quantum computing. This is like what we were just talking about, right? How it can do large and complex calculations or a lot of calculations really quickly. Bank of America said a human would have to perform a sum, add up two numbers every second for 50 quintillion years to equal what a quantum computer can do in a single second, which is a completely useless data point, but sounds cool.
I
Anyways,
just
so
don't.
bottom line,
I
they're
don't
they're
get it.
reiterating what we already know. Quantum has huge possibility to do many calculations very quickly, if only it could get it right.
I could see people buying these quantum computings just to do something they could do on a regular computer. 10 plus 10. Yeah, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, but I mean,
Well,
how many people are going to use this quantum
well,
massive
that's the
formula
thing.
unless you're a scientist. Unless you're a
Well, no,
scientist,
look, if somebody gets it right, you would definitely have an advantage, right? Because you would be able
Hmm.
to sort of outcompute the rest of the world. And it's interesting, again, this Bank of America, statement release had nothing that we didn't already know, but it always seems to hit differently when you get a major sort of brick and mortar traditional institution suddenly throwing supportive statements behind, right, these evolving technologies. Bank of America, there was a warning or a statement towards the end of that release that said, "Whoever wins the quantum race will gain an unprecedented geopolitical, technological, and economic advantage." So, again, it's one of those, it's sort of like saying whoever wins this wins the world, but there's no statement of proof behind it, nor any indication that anybody's close to winning this. I mean, if history's told us
Hmm.
anything, nobody typically wins these races, right? Like it never,
Nobody. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
We all get there. It's just some faster and slower than others. Yeah, I agree.
So,
There we go. All right, interesting
we're
stuff.
right.
RGTI guys in play today. I'm gonna have it on my list. It looks awesome. So this will be my quantum stocks for today. RGTI. We haven't seen it this good in a very long time. So I'm excited to see what it does at the market open. RGTI on deck, and you can look at the other ones: QUBT, QBTS. You guys know the names already, but obviously RGTI is leading the way and looks, from right now, the ones I looked at, looks the best. All right, that kind of covers this gap. There's some other ones on here like Unity Software. I believe this is up today as well. It is up 8.8, 693,000 shares traded. Peter, are these guys on their own or this is data? The world has turned to three news articles: Nvidia, data centers, and crypto. I mean, in data centers, I'm including all the AI quantum stuff. That's all. That's what's happening in the market right now. So what does this one fall, Peter? Unity Software.
Uh, you got me on that one. I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
I don't
So
see yeah, I don't have
no
earnings
news.
on them. I thought maybe it was earnings at first, but that doesn't seem to be it. I don't have any news on them. There's no significant
Yeah.
investment. I don't know.
Interesting.
Wait a second. Hold on. Unity, maybe. No, that's not big news. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. If anybody can help me out here, why is Unity moving? I'm not sure.
They have a price target increase from Jeffries. Who's Jeffries?
It's
Yeah,
one of the
I don't know.
analysts. One of the
Yeah,
analyst firms. And
not
yeah, but
sure if
that
they're.
was like a
Yeah.
month ago. I saw that. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't really
Yeah,
see
interesting.
anything exciting on this.
That's interesting. It's a big path for them not to. And this is an actual company. Like this, it's a real company. It's not one of these companies that doesn't need a news article. Like you have these companies that they're popping up, and there's this not even a company. It's like three guys working in a warehouse. This is actually an actual company, so it's interesting that they don't have anything here.
I mean,
Um,
it's an actual company that's losing money, so
yeah,
arguable, isn't
yeah,
it?
exactly. Not they didn't say it was profitable, but there's
Okay,
something
fair
happening
enough.
there.
Fair
Um,
enough.
all right, friends, let's stop here again. This list: crypto, quantum, and no semis yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if they come up any time here. So, Peter, we'll go to you. Anything you like on the gap up this morning? Again, it's just anything else that's not on here.
Well, I'm just looking on the Gap up list there. One of my favorite stocks, good old Joby, the
Yeah.
aviation service company that I will not fly with, but anyways, so they they so they're just as a reminder for anybody that hasn't been hanging around with us, they make electric air taxis, right? So basically, you're gonna get yourself into a giant drone and supposedly fly yourself, around the city or from city to city. Anyways, basically, they made an announcement today that they are doubling the size of their production facility in Marina, California. They're going to expand it to 435,500 square feet to scale up their commercial operations. I didn't know that they had like sort of large scale commercial operations to begin with, but apparently they're so bullish on the future that they are doubling the size of their manufacturing facility. So, now, take a deep breath. This means that they're going to be able to produce up to 24 aircraft per year. 24, 24.
Mm.
So yeah, we're not flooding the skies with these things, thank God. But they're thinking that there's going to be enough of a market that they need to make at least 24 a year. So Joby's just one of those funny ones that we've been watching this for a while. When I started talking about it, Carlos, I should have just bought some because over the course of that time, what started as $2-3 stock, last year about this time when we were talking
Yeah.
about it, it's up $14. We could have tripled our money by now.
Yeah, 100%. This is like, what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like the Tesla when it first came out years ago. This is what this is.
Mm,
It's gonna take a very long time, but it'll get there.
mm.
But it's so far from actual everyday use. Here's their website with the little uh, helicopter propeller thing, but it's years away, decades.
Helicopter propeller thing.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, this is actually where I saw it. Not in Newark. It was in not in this is JFK, Newark. It's where they had it. They had it parked nearby. So it looks awesome, man. Looks pretty nice.
I mean, they look cool.
Yeah,
I give you that. They look cool, but they keep saying, "Not me first."
yeah. Not me first. That's for sure. All right, friends. Let's see what else. Anything else, Peter? Off the gap up.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Other than that, I was looking at the gappers list itself. Stuff that is gapping up, but doesn't seem to make the list. A couple of banks that I mentioned. So, the big three banks that reported today are Bank of America, BAC, Goldman Sachs, GS, and Morgan Stanley, MS. Now, the first two are gapping up. Morgan Stanley is actually gapping down this morning, but neither one hit the 2% mark that is required to get on our list. So that's why you won't see them there. What do they all have in common? Oh, well, shock upon shock, they beat their numbers. They all made more money on greater revenue than expected. They all had sort of different things to say, though. Bank of America was fairly quiet. They've been publishing a lot of these thought papers, like the one we were just talking about on quantum computing. Goldman Sachs had a lot of focus on tariffs. So they said they're still very concerned about the impact tariffs are going to have on the economy and basically on their business. Morgan Stanley, on the other hand, has been fairly quiet on their growth perspectives and the future, but showed a lot of strength in their wealth management division. That's where a lot of their additional profits came from. So wealth management basically means they're making money off of our retirement funds. So good for them, I guess. I don't know. Somehow it never flows back. I guess you got to be a shareholder, right? So you want
Yeah.
money back from the bank? Buy their stock. So those are the big three banks that we're reporting today. There are a ton of secondary banks if you're interested. We don't typically look at them because the big banks trade poorly enough. I don't look at all the secondary sort of banks and insurance companies are reporting today, but there's First Horizon National and M&T Bank and anyways, Community Trust Bank Corp and Rocky. Anyways, there's a whole bunch of them. But you can go look at those. The only other company I wanted to mention that is on the earners list today with release of earnings is Johnson and Johnson. Now they don't typically get a lot of volume pre-market. But what was interesting with them is they're one of the few that actually held their guidance before. In this quarter, they earned more than expected, 23.7 billion in revenue versus the 22.7 billion anticipated, and over-delivered on their earnings per share, $2.77 versus 2.66. So it was a good quarter for Johnson & Johnson, good enough that it prompted them to actually increase their guidance. So they've made no mention of the impact of tariffs and don't seem to be concerned about it at all. So their business is going quite well. Thank you very much. And Johnson and Johnson is doing fine. Now their stock price not doing so fine. If you look at a daily, yeah, like Carlos is looking at there, it's really been chopping in sort of a narrowing range here. Now it's flat topped with higher lows. So it does look like it's ready to break through to the top side, but this is a daily chart, which means it could be doing that anytime in the next couple of weeks, right? Not necessarily today. So, but it does have an earnings catalyst, so maybe you want to watch it if you're so inclined.
Yeah.
That's
There you
what
go.
I wanted to point out to you, Carlos, today.
All right, awesome, friends. If you like any of those, add them to your list. Let's take a look what's gapping down. Not a whole lot in this list here. Let's start with the first one, DXYZ. DX, is this like a, it's like an index? Hold on. ETF or something? Destiny
No,
Tech 100? Well, what is this? I've never seen this sticker before. Um,
no, it's a company, a financial asset management company.
mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't.
Yeah,
Why are they on our list?
I have no idea. They're down 50%, 1 million shares traded, hard to borrow. They look pretty bad as far as intraday trading, and they get very little volume. Not today, though. I'll give it to them. Today they have a million shares traded, which is more than they did almost all of July so far. So that's pretty, that's way more than their average volume. So today could be their day. I just don't, I'm
They
not sure.
They seem to have a secondary offering where they announced they've reserved the right to issue up to $1 billion, $1 billion in additional stock. So okay, I don't know. I mean, what's their float right now? They only have about 10 million shares in their current float, which means that a 10, that's a billion. That's like 100 million shares when they only have a 10 million share float. No wonder they're down so much. That's a very odd thing to do.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not, yeah. Carlos, I can't see trading this. Their average volume is like under 400,000 shares. While they have a million shares traded this morning, yeah, I'll leave it to others. I'm not going
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I agree. Uh, ASML. What is this? ASML Holdings. These guys are down 7.9, 452,000 shares trade. So big drop for them today. Again, they get really little volume. I mean, rarely any volume traded here. So high price stock. Usually these holding companies don't intraday trade very good either way. So not inclined to watch it, guys. It looks pretty bad for the way I trade here. So I'm gonna move on, Peter, unless you have anything to add.
I'll just say that the reason why they've popped up on the list is because they issued a profit warning that they're concerned that there's increasing uncertainty around tariffs specifically to their core markets, which are the European Union, and they think that they're not going to be able to hit the previously released profit numbers. So as such, they've pulled back on their guidance. So that's why it's gapping down.
All right, there you go. Don't like that. Let's take a look at the next one here. It's going to be Baidu. Baidu this morning, we are down 3.8, 558,000 shares traded. This thing popped up yesterday, and so did Baba too. What did Baba end up doing? Baba also popped up. They're just down slightly this morning. I don't see anything really good on them today, Peter. So again, both popped up yesterday on some positive China's news. Hopefully, some trade deals. Being more accessible, or at least getting closer to some kind of agreement. But they're back down today.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that they're down. They actually had some good news, or at least maybe I wasn't on this news. Let's see. I got to see if was this previously. It seems to be all. It was yesterday. Yesterday, they had announced that they are partnering with Uber to deploy a whole bunch of their autonomous vehicles, their Apollo Go vehicles, on the Uber platform. So interesting that they've chosen to use Uber to sort of act as the distributor, vendor, I don't know, the aggregator, whatever. They're going to run the vehicles on a lot of worldwide markets outside of mainland China and the US. So you're not going to be able to jump into a Baidu's Apollo Go autonomous vehicle in the US. But apparently in the Middle East and other parts of Asia, you will find them trundling around the city streets, apparently. Anyways, it's set to launch sometime later in 2025. Whenever a company says later in 2025 and you're already sitting at the halfway point of the calendar year, usually that means 2026. But we'll see. Maybe that's me just being cynical, but my experience tells me that's usually what happens, right? Unless they've got a specific date, they're just, they're just trying to grab a few headline hype, but they're not quite sure how they're going to make it happen. So, Baidu, yeah, again, it seems like good news for them overall, but as you pointed out, Carlos, they are gapping down a little bit. Not a great trading stock. I mean, they were up yesterday, so maybe they took advantage of the news yesterday, and this is just yeah, it does look like it gapped up yesterday, and this is just a little bit of a second day retracement.
All right, there we go. Again, don't like both of them. They don't look too great today. Let's take a look at another one, MRVL. This morning, we are down 3%, 2.5 million shares traded. No, you know what? This stock is one that I just don't trade. Like I watch it a couple of times, and I never end up taking a trade. The price action on this thing is like a nicey mega stock. Like it just doesn't move well, Peter. I don't know if you got the same feel I do, but
I
it's no luck on it at all.
No. I think I traded the last time I traded it was probably 2019, 2020. Like it's been a long time anyways. So I agree with you. It just every time I look at it, I'm like, I don't like the way this looks.
Yeah, I
So,
don't like anything about it. So I don't know. Today I won't have it on my list, friends. If you like, if you traded in the past and you was able to make some profit on it, keep it on your list. But it won't be on mine. Peter, what else you like in the gap down today?
the semiconductors are sort of in a mixed state today. Nvidia, like AMD, was gapping up. Now it's gapping down. Nvidia is still barely holding on to its green, but not by much. That being said, Nvidia's at all-time highs, so it can afford to be red today and still be at all-time highs. A lot of the others I noticed, like, we'd already talked about ASML, but Applied Materials, Broadcom, Micron, they're all gapping down. So I think we're taking a deep breath here on the semiconductor sector, and it looks like it might be a little bit of a quieter day on it after some very exciting, $4 trillion valuation marks here on Nvidia and the whole industry all excited. Everybody's all so excited. Anyways, we'll see. It should be quieter today. Amazon also gapping down this morning. It had a strange day. Maybe I don't normally watch Amazon, but Carlos, if you could like look at the 5 minute chart yesterday on Amazon. It's one of those where if you were a range trader and you were willing to sell the highs and buy the
Yeah,
lows,
yeah,
look at this
yeah,
thing. Like, it's clearly was in a narrowing range here for the entire day, but woof, wow, how challenging was that to trade? So, anyways,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's not fun. I do like Nvidia, obviously all time high, so I will put Nvidia on the list here. And I did adjust my mic volume a little down, guys. Again, me and Peter, we just run with it. We don't know how it sounds on your end, so give us
Hmm.
feedback because we don't have a
Yeah.
tech engineer letting us know, hey, Carlos, too loud, let's bring him down. I'm doing it all myself right here, and me and Peter just do it in the back end. So, yeah, let us know if something doesn't sound right. We'll try to adjust it for you. All right, friends, let's. Man, Peter, big list today. Not much that I like here. I gotta tell you,
Yeah,
it's not looking good as far as
I
this list
agree.
at all.
Are we just getting totally like negative here on everything,
No,
Carlos? So we
no,
don't seem to
no.
find much that we like recently.
Lately, we're not liking a lot of stuff. I'm just like, I don't like
No,
this. I don't like that. I mean, it's been like that for the last week or so. I think, right? On most days, not every day,
longer
but
it
most
feels like.
days. Yeah. You know what, Peter?
Tired
You
of it.
mentioned summer trading. I know some people think it's not a thing anymore. I think it is.
Andrew keeps saying that. I don't think summer trading is a thing. I have to
No, it
agree to
is.
disagree with him on that one.
Yeah,
Because I
same.
really do feel that, yeah, the trading profile changes over the summer. There are great trading days. Don't get me wrong. The summer doesn't mean, nothing happens. I think Andrew is correct though when we say the old expression used to be sell in May and go away, right? Because they would,
Yeah, yeah.
people would take big European cruises. I mean, we're talking like a century ago, right? Like, and the old axiom was that you would sort of take a break and there wouldn't be as much trading volume. I don't see the volumes off quite as much as it used to be, but I do feel that the trading profile changes a little bit. You have to be a little more cautious and selective. Again, opportunities are out there. In fact, some of the best moves can happen over the course of the summer, but you've got to be patient and wait for them, as opposed to like other times where often it just feels like everything's moving, right? Like throw a dart. and you can hit, you know, a
I
stock that's moving
know.
nicely.
I like that. I like those days.
Yeah.
Peter, we've been referenced to look at MP. I gotta tell you, regardless of what happened to us last week, MP traded somewhat well yesterday, man. It was
Mm-hmm.
popping and rocking here. Here's our 5 minute for yesterday, man.
Popping
It
and
was nice. It was nice. Look at this move, all
it
the way to
it
63 from like 54.
yeah, it had a great move off the open. There's no question. So, um,
Yep.
I, yeah, you know, and in fact, I was watching it at the high, and I'm like, oh, can I take a short on it? And I have to admit that I got a little twitchy. I'm like, hey, it looks maybe I should take a short. I'm like, no, no, no,
No, yeah, you
don't
do
do
like
it.
you know what? This is this is unconscious revenge trade, even though that's your
Yeah,
strategy. Yeah,
yeah, that's what I
like
was worried
oh
about.
man,
Anyway,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
All right, friends, let's see what you guys have. Because we got 5 minutes left. Because Peter's got to join the boot camp today. He's gonna be trading live with the boot camp. So,
Correct.
let's get to it. Actually, what I want to do here is. Actually, let's do this, Peter. Let's get to community events and announcements. We'll come back and then look at some tickers. Then this way you don't have to rush if you have to run out. So let's do that first, friends. Head over to bevertraders.com. You can click on webinars so you can always see what's happening for the next 2 weeks. You scroll down here. It's a lot on this page, right? Everything for the next 2 weeks. And then Peter's going to show you some of the deals that we run and how you can become a member of the community. So here is Wednesday.
Yeah, as Carlos mentioned, I'll be heading over to our Peak Capital Trading boot camp members, and I'll be trading live with them this morning. So sorry, I'll need to leave you, but don't worry, you're in Carlos's tender hands. He'll be gentle with you. On the webinar front here at Bearable Traders, who in the chat room attended Gary's webinar last night? So he had a good webinar at 8 o'clock, and we're going to continue that tonight with a great session from Dr. Vanessa Charlin. Dr. Charlin's going to be talking about how you can trade like you mean it. So, and she always has a great perspective on the market. She's a fantastic trader in her own right. So she really knows what she's talking about. Not only being a registered clinical psychologist, she is a fantastic trader. And we're very fortunate to have her as part of this community and one of our educators. So her session will be at 8 o'clock tonight, once again in the webinar room. Hopefully you'll join us for that. Over the course of the day, well, you get to sort of visit with her earlier because she'll be here at noon as well. And right before her, Avi will be doing live trading in the webinar room. So once again, our webinar room will be busy at 11, at 12, and at 8 p.m. tonight. So hopefully you'll join us for all three or any of those sessions. As Thor is reminding us, you also get to take advantage of Vanessa's insight at 11 a.m. on YouTube. So she'll be joining right here on YouTube at 11. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, and you'll be able to sort of she'll be there talking with Thor, and you can talk with her as well through the comments. It'll be great. If you want to join us at Bearable Traders, there's only one way to do it. You go to our website at bearabletraders.com, and then you join using any one of the offers we've got here, from the intro right through to the Elite Annual. They're all available to you, and you can pick the one that fits your desires the most. So hopefully you will do so. All right, Carlos, that's what we've got there. I won't be here, guys, to tell you what our moderators are watching, but for everybody in the chat room, you know where it goes. It's up in the alert section. They'll let you know what they'll be looking at. I'm going to jump over to P Capital Trading because Carlos has got some levels to do and some other stuff. So, yeah, have a great trading morning.
All right, yeah, Peter, awesome. Trade well with the team there. So good luck to you.
Thank
All
you.
right, friends. Let's jump in here. Let's see what you guys like this morning. So we got a little bit of time. Let's go through some of the tickers you like. Looking at my chat now over in the members tab. MP, yeah, MP's in play. I'm actually I was looking at it even more while Peter was taking you through the schedule, and there's no question this stock is in play. It actually looks very good. Up 6.5, 2.4 million shares traded. It will be irresponsible of me to not add it to our list today here, regardless of what took place. So I will be putting it here. MP, I mean, it's rocking right now, and it did very well yesterday too. Like, it actually traded very clean. Didn't take a trade on it, but yeah, let's add it to the list and see where it goes here. All right, friends, what else? MP's on deck. SBET, you know, Michael, SBET it's one of those tickers. Do I have it on? Yeah, it's moving. It's in play. It's always on our list. It has more bad days than good, but lately, lately, we have to kind of reset our mindset here, because look at the volume we're getting on this bad boy, right? So we're getting a lot of volume over the last 10 trading days or so, right? It seems like early July something took off and the volume has increased quite drastically compared to what it normally does. So maybe it's got to get back on the list, and hopefully we're not getting any of these crazy type days, because it was wild here, died down, volume completely fell off the cliff, back up a little bit, back down, and then now it's a little more steady with somewhat of a better trading activity. So you know what, I have it here on a secondary. We'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. All right, let's take a look at Google. MP's on deck. That's good. Thanks, Steve. Google this morning. One of my least favorite Max 7 stocks to trade is this one. So, and I don't know. It's one that you're not going to get a whole lot pre-market right now. I mean, look at their pre-market. It's nothing happening. Reminds me a little bit of Meta. Same thing. Nothing happening, but still can give you a good trading day at the market open. Microsoft, as you guys know, same thing. Not much happening, but still can trade good. Opposed to like Nvidia, where it's always movement in the pre-market, and Tesla as well. Always got something going on. They look great today, both of these actually. I already got Nvidia on my list. I will add Tesla here as well on the main list. And again, just not a whole lot that I like today. Not a whole lot. So I'm gonna keep this four. I'm gonna keep it nice and tight. Rigetti Spaghetti, Nvidia, MP, and Tesla today. So let's jump and do levels for those, and then I can always come back and we can always add something, take something off. You guys can always throw some tickers at me as we're sitting at the market open. Oh, what did I do here? Sorry. RGTI. Oops. Here we go. RGTI. There it is. And let's see the next one. I'm just gonna put my list together. We have Nvidia. Why are you giving me a hard time? There we go. Nvidia, and we have MP. I'll update my list at the bottom in a second. And we had, what's the next one? It's another one on here. MP, and we had just put it on here. Tesla. There we go. Tesla. Here it is. Tesla. And I'll update my list at the bottom here. For some reason I messed it up. For some reason I was typed over or something. Nvidia, Rigetti Spaghetti, MP, and Tesla. All right, that's the list. All right, let's do some levels, friends, as we get ready for the market open. Brian and Andrew trading live with you guys in just a second here. Let's get to Rigetti Spaghetti. So Rigetti here looking very good this morning, up 7%. That's a nice move for them. High of the pre-market 13.97. Above that, we do got a little pop over at 14.22. We'll mark that as well. We're going to go over to the left here on the daily, and again several levels up here. Another good one that's 14.71 and at 15.29. So once you do that, you're all set. Towards the bottom, highs and lows for the last two trading days, so rounding that pre-market low, so you're set there. But there are some levels. This one level here in between, there are a few, but the one big one is this one here, 13.43. I think you need to mark this down. You can see how much areas of touches you have right on here, so I think it's a good area to have on deck as well. And even in the pre-market today, you can see a little bit of action in there also, so definitely want to have that on deck. All right, here's Nvidia. Levels are easy on this thing. You have the highs and lows for the last two trading days. You got your all-time high, so nothing else above to the north side of things. Previous day closes on here. The only thing I think you need to add on here is your high of your pre-market. The rest is set for you. High of the pre-market at 171.49. Once you do that, keep it nice and simple. You're set on Nvidia. It just hovers just below is all-time highs here. MP, and again, MP rocking yesterday and looking to do the same thing today. So we're up 6.8, 2.5 million shares traded. I mean, this stock is on fire. I'm going to update this level to the low of the pre-market here at 59.26. The high of the pre-market being set right now at 62.35. So we'll slam one there as well. And once you do that, I think you're pretty set towards the bottom. Highs and lows, previous day close, plenty of levels there. Have we been higher on this thing? I don't think we checked. We are above our all-time highs. MP is on a tear. All-time high we're sitting prior here at 59.27. Unless there's any pre-market push here that's not showing. Remember, the daily is only going to show you the intraday action, not anything that happened after hours or pre-market where something could have gone to like 70, right? That's not going to show here. So I'm seeing around 60 something, 60 to 30 as all-time highs there. So looks good. Looking very good there on MP. Tesla's the last one on my list here. So Tesla, let's go to the daily. What do we have here? Gonna remove some levels on Tesla. So high of the pre-market on Tesla 313.55, 313.55, 56. Towards the bottom, the low of the pre-market 308.70. Once you do that, you're pretty set. You do have the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days on Tesla. So again, we'll have it on here. Man, what a tough stock yesterday, man. I mean, this ticker is just, I don't know what's going on with Tesla, man, but it's giving us a hard time to trade it. I mean, look at it yesterday, just the up and down. It eventually sold off, but before this beautiful sell-off, just look at the madness. Just not trading well. Then after this drop, again, does this sideways action. Then it does another beautiful drop there. But for the most part, market open on Tesla has not been pretty at all. So hopefully that could change today. Still a great stock to watch. Pre-market activity looks great here. I like the way it's moving. Will be on my list. 2.2 million shares traded. So how can we not have Tesla on here? And then on my secondary list, we have Mara, we have Coin, just to see if anything breaks out there. And I do have SBET, which again does look very active, especially on the daily. We'll watch it closely today to see if the intraday action will give us some good activity here. All right, let's see what our team is watching, friends. Let's start over here. Lenny, his list: Google, AMD, Nvidia, Tesla, POTR, Rigetti, Unity Software, Johnson & Johnson, MRVL. Thor's looking at futures. Thor's going to be on later today with Dr. V at 11 here on YouTube, so definitely stay tuned for that. And then equities is looking at Google and Tesla for today. Jared, Circle of Internet, RGTI, AMD, secondary DXYZ, Joby, and Unity Software as well. Everybody's watching Unity. Maybe I should watch that as well. Mike, Nvidia, AMD, and Google scanners. Thought for the day for Mike: a bad trading day is just a chapter in the story. Learn from it, reset your mindset, and come back stronger today. Man, that's some good words there. So thought of the day from Mike. Megan, Tesla, QBTS, Nathan, Futures, Max 7, AMD, Phil, Hood, Google, Nvidia, Bryant, Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, MP, Rigetti, Spaghetti, Spies, and just overall market Spies and Qs. And then Jared's adding Pew. What is Pew, Jared? Oh, there is Pew. Pew is puping. I don't know if that's even a word, but it sounded like I should have said it. All right, so there it is. We're up 33%, 1.4 million shares traded. So this thing is rocking today. What's the float on this? Do I have this handy? I don't have the flow handy on this one. Nope, I don't have it here. All right, but yeah, it's going here. So Jared will be watching that one today. What else, friends? I think that's everyone. Brandon, Nvidia, Tesla, AMD, Apple, and Mara. So a lot of our usual suspects there. Gary, Joby, MSTR, Circle of Internet, CRCL, and Tesla as well. Tesla asked just step down. Oh, okay. I thought you said someone was asked to step down on Tesla, but the ask on Tesla step down. Gotcha, Thor. I'm like, oh, who's being asked to step down from Tesla? That could be news. That could be good stuff. But yeah, there it is, friends. That is where our team is watching. Andrew and Brian trading live next in just a second. I'm going to continue right here on YouTube with you guys, and once I see them come on, we will disconnect from chat and we will let them go through it. Remember, friends, when we trade live, I usually wait 3 minutes. I don't trade 3 minutes before the market open, so I'm going to wait for that. Let's set up our 1 minute to be ready. Let's set up our 5 minute. I see Brian is on. Sign is ready, and he's good to go. So let me disconnect from you guys. Guys, trade safe. We'll see you later. All right, friends, give me a second. I'm just going to disconnect from our chat here. I'm going to mute Brian, and I'll let these guys do their thing here. And then we'll be ready to go. All right, perfect. All right, let's see. Yeah, Ben, the person in charge of the sales, the U.S. sales and Europe sales, got he left supposedly, but he probably got shown the door after those really. Remember how bad the numbers were, the beginning of the year, for not the beginning of the year, it's just a couple of the last report, not the beginning of the year, the last report. They were horrible, like 40% down in Europe again. The U.S. was bad, so Elon is kind of assuming that role for now until they find someone, right? So, but yeah, he got shown the door, I'm sure. All right, let's go to the list. Rigetti, I have on here, Nvidia, MP, and Tesla. Secondary list, just to make sure it's good. We have Mara, Coin, and SBET. See what happens, friends. I again, today I am not feeling all that exciting about these tickers, but I could be completely wrong. So I'm going with an unbiased mind, but it just doesn't look great, this list this morning. So we'll see. Market open about less than 5 minutes, and we'll see what happens. Nvidia cost today at 175. Okay. I mean, what is? Well, have you guys looked up the what is the target? What's the target price with some of these analysts on Nvidia? What are they aiming for? I saw something like 250 at one point. Let me look some up. Target price for Nvidia. The average target price is 177. The highest price target for Nvidia is 250. The lowest is 120. All right, so it's just all right. That makes sense. 250 sounds more like it though, the way this thing is trading. All right, how you guys doing today? What are you guys watching that's not on my list? Maybe I'll get some ideas. Well, what are you guys watching? Like, don't give me everything. Give me like your favorite off your list so I can pull it up and see if it's not on my list already. You know, Planet Roxy. Everybody, a lot of people has Unity software on the list. Maybe I'm gonna add it to my list as well. I see a lot of people are rocking with this one, so I'm gonna put it on a secondary. Let's just make sure we keep an eye on it because a lot of people in the team had that as well. Let's take a look at Nvidia. We have AMD. What's saying? Yeah, I won't put AMD because I already have Nvidia. So when I look at Nvidia, I can always think about AMD, and AMD is always on like the master list, right? It's always another list from the list. Hood is pretty quiet today, but it's been doing some stuff. Let's take a look at the daily. Hood is good. If you guys see something great happening, you guys know my strategy, so it's great that you're looking at these tickers. Because I cannot look at all of them, obviously. If you guys see my strategy setting up, the view at breakout, especially, call it out. I'll bring it up, and if we could trade, it'll be awesome. POTR, low volume on POTR, only 1 million shares traded. But again, they kind of have slowed down from the hype, right? They were going crazy here with tons of volume. They've kind of been a little bit more quiet, although yesterday had a big day. But, it's been a little more quiet on a POTR. So we'll see. This is a stock that you just got to watch every day because you never know when the explosion is going to happen. Like, look at it yesterday. I'm sorry, look at it on Monday. Big move here. So you just never know. What else? AMD we looked at. POTR. Yeah, a lot of people like POTR, huh? That's your favorite for today. If you guys like it that much, you don't have to force my hand. It's okay. POTR. I'll put that on the list. I'm only adding it because I like it too. It's one of those stocks where you just never know. Gotta be ready. Let's see here. PLTR. There we go. All right, PLTR. As far as levels, we don't have to do levels. I mean, you can see it's just kind of stuck between the highs and lows here. So you got plenty of levels there. Don't really got to worry too much about doing levels for this one. Based on where it is. Let's get our 1 minute and our 5. Awesome. I'm gonna log into Peter's mentorship just to make sure he's not trading MP today without us. Cheating on us with the bootcamp group and then trading MP on his own. We're gonna log in. We're gonna monitor him, make sure what he's trading there. So Peter won't be joining us today. He was on earlier. For those that missed, if you just joined, he's gonna be joining. He's gonna be trading live with P Capital Bootcamp with his mentees there. So he's gonna be doing that live trading. And we're later, a little bit later, not for the market open because we're gonna focus on what we got to do here. But a little bit later, we're gonna hop in and see what's going on. We're gonna sneak in the chat with Pete Capital and see what Peter's up to with the live mentees. See what's going on. All right, excellent. Andrew's live in the chat, ready to go. His list for 10 seconds here: Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, MP, and Rigetti. So again, Andrew's list: Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, MP, and Rigetti spaghetti. All right, here we go. Ding, 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 ding. Let's get rocking and rolling. Rigetti's been very strong, so I'm looking at that one. Again, reminder, friends, I don't trade anything before into after 3 minutes of the market open. So I'm just sitting and watching what's taking place, letting all this volatility just kind of slow down and die down a little bit. Depending on what your trading style, this volatility at the beginning could be great for you, but it's not for me. So I'd rather wait 3 minutes, let it come down, get more information on the candles, right? Because every candle gives you a story of what's taking place, who's in control, right? And the bigger the candles, the bigger the movement. So let some candles come out, kind of give us a story a little bit, and then we can take action on what we have. So here's Rigetti showing a lot of strength. Oh, that's a big move. This could be a good rising devil if it decides to collapse here. Right now it is massively strong. That is awesome. Look at that. Very good. Nice little pump, man. This is strong. Yeah, careful trying to short this for a rising devil. This thing is on fire. Looking pretty good right now. Nvidia 1 minute open range breakdown looks like here. So you got that nice engulfing pattern, which is a very strong signal for a change in direction. I like this weakness on Nvidia here. I hate the previous day close there, right? Because I would like to take this short off the VWAP. If we get a pullback, would like to take this short, but I hate having this support here. We've been getting that a lot, where our previous day close is like not a great spot to go long or short. So let's see. So I like this one here. Let's see if we can. You revenge traded MP for all of us. Thank you, Hamid. Appreciate that, man. So Amit took care of us with MP there. All right, we're coming up on minute 3. We'll love to see a nice pullback here, and then the sell-off for a 5 minute opening range breakdown on Nvidia, if that's going to happen, right? So let's see how it handles here, just around the VWAP. But looking good, volume's looking great. RGTI, oh wow, RGTI is just it's on a tear, man. It's not pulling back. It's just gonna go here. It's just gonna go. That's awesome. Really nice, really nice. Morning, James. Welcome to the party, my friend. POTR, what is POTR up to? Yeah, another one that's taken off here. Focus on Nvidia right now, though. I like what I'm seeing in Nvidia for a possible short if it can stay below the VWAP price. It's still a strong stock. Remember, it's sitting at all-time highs. I mean, it's a difficult stock to trade sitting at all-time highs, given how much people want this to go high. Like, I want it to go high. I want to see it go to 200 eventually. But today, maybe we can get a short out of it. So here it is, 3 minute mark. I do like the pullback here off the VWAP. I don't like the previous day close here. I really don't like that. But this would be a good possible short off the VWAP. It's not a 5 minute ORB. It's just a short off the VWAP here. Because a 5 minute ORB, we'll have to wait for the 5 minute range to be created. But I don't know if that's gonna give us that time. So we'll see. Let's see how it handles here. Oh, this is good. I'm gonna go short, guys. This is a great. I like that rejection again here. That was a beautiful rejection. Let's see if we can get. Oh, yes. Good. Take a partial here. The previous day close. Again, I don't like this level. This is the level that kills me. Having it here. It is just such a bad area, man. because people might defend this level of the previous day close, and it might give us a hard time breaking down. So took a quick partial. We'll love to get more if we can under it. I just don't know if this level is going to break down on us. Level 2 looks good for a breakdown, though. I can see that. Stop buying. Who's buying? Who's buying this up? Stop buying the stock. Is that James Jesse? Who's James? James is buying the stock. Don't buy the stock up, friends. Let it sell down. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I'm going to get out. We're selling down. I like the selling pressure, but we're just not doing it fast enough for me. So I'm out. Yeah. All right. Yeah, previous day close was a problem. Thankfully, I took a nice partial here. So we're still green for the trade. But man, I knew it. This previous day close here is the problem. James Jessup, you're buying the stock up. You're buying it up. You're trying to squeeze me. Let's see here. All right. Nvidia. I think there's still a play in Nvidia, friend. We just gotta watch it. It might be a long later too. Like this stock is, the volume is so great on it. You see the way it's trading, and when the volume is so good like that, what you could do is you could read the price action much cleaner. Like you see how easily we read the rejection. We got in, took the partial, and then here we read the hesitation. Like it's so nice, man, when you got the volume. So this is why we like that type of volume. It makes it easy to kind of predict where the price action is going to go next, at least for the short-term period. So, and I said it too, like this previous day close line here is not good, and that's when the buyers decided to defend and show up. So they squeezed us a little bit. All right, what else you guys see here? I'm buying Nvidia. Yeah, DGen, YouTube. It's your fault. I had to stop out, huh? A 5-minute RBM POTR. I missed the entry, man. 150. Yeah. 150. This pullback here is awesome. Right here. Yes, that's the entry there. So hopefully you took it. Let's see if it's gonna hold. It looks strong. How's MP doing? MP is short today. So some weakness on MP this morning. Nice pullback for a 5-minute ORB drop off the VWAP here. What's the daily showing us? You know, it's gonna be a slow one though. Like if you get in here, it could take a while. But here's the 5-minute what I'm looking at. I like that pullback on the 5-minute. I like that pullback. Oh, maybe we might be the ones trading MP now that Peter's not here. Yeah, I like this short. Let's see. I like this short here. Can't believe I'm trading NP. Oh, this will be one for the books. Can't wait to write this up on the journal. But I like this short here. Let's see. Yeah, it looks good. Look, I like the 5-minute especially. Like if you look at the 5-minute, I love that pullback there. And man, if we can get going, if we can get some profit taken, this will be nice. Let's see. What's the next level? Next level on MP. Previous day close is the next major level. So let's see. All right, you guys are not supposed to tell Peter that we're trading MP when he comes back tomorrow. That's not supposed to happen. Peter gonna be jealous? No, I'm sure Peter's gonna be doing his thing. For those who are joining us, Peter's trading with P Capital Bootcamp today, so he's trading live with a very small, group, which is nice because they get on this Google meeting, and then they can actually ask questions and have conversations. So it's pretty cool. All right, MP, let's see if we have a sell-off here. Struggling to sell lower, but I do like my entry. I do like the pullback. And there we go, new low of the day. Can we get a flush? NP, struggling. At the end of the day, we got to be careful. This is a strong stock, even though it's selling down today. And this is what this is what I talked about. See how bad the volume is compared to like Nvidia. This is not cool. Let's see if we can get the breakdown here on an MP. Yeah, let's go, man. I'm trying to get this this to go lower, but the volume is so bad. All right, let's see if we find something else in the meantime. This could take a while. This could be one of those slow dripping shorts. It's very stagnant. Yeah, and Melanie, I think it's still gonna sell off, but it's gonna be one of those stocks where it's just gonna take its time. It's not gonna give you that push, like Nvidia. By the way, Nvidia, Andrew, long Nvidia. I'm watching his screen now, and he is, man, nice. Partial here at 316. He's in from like average probably of 314 or so, maybe 314.50, and just partially now. That's awesome. I went from a really hype stock to like watching paint dry with this ticker. Previous day close coming up. Let's see if we can get to it. I like that we're getting a couple of buyers in here, but let's be patient. Let's be patient. Long Tesla, not Nvidia. Oh, okay. All right, good. You're long. Did I say Nvidia? Yes, my bad. Sorry, Tesla. Yep. That is correct. Sorry, I'm focusing on my trade and then also looking at something else. So I got the wrong ticker. This is where I start getting impatient. Like, are you gonna do it or not? Like, what are we waiting for? And then it's just so sluggish price action. So what's the plan here, MP? Let's see if we can do something. Made a new low, but it bounced right back from it. Really don't like how the 5 minute is looking anymore, unless this candle can start selling down. Look at this price action. See that? I almost got out of this trade, and it's just looking to go lower, I guess. I don't know. Sorry guys, I got into this boring trade. I mean, look at this thing. It is so bad as price action goes. And then I'm so close to my entries, like I have to watch it closely. Like I can't just go about my business and look at something else, right? Because I want to take a partial as soon as I get to the previous day close here, and I want to get out if I need to. If I start seeing it turn around, I want to also bail on it as well. So why is no one talking about NUWE? Well, no, someone is. You are MP. Let's take a look at this. That was the one. Like it's like 300%. It's a low flow stock. I mean, you gotta like it. You know, you gotta like this ticker. You know, it's one of those tickers that's hard to trade. I'm gonna get out here, guys. Exactly, break even. I'm gonna get out break even. So they didn't break down as we expected. So I don't wanna hold this. It's trading too slow. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. Yeah, be careful, man. Halt it once already. This is NUWE. So immediate halt here, and then just, I mean, how do you trade this? Right? How do you trade this? This is the thing. Like, what's the strategy here? I don't have one for something like this, and I don't have a good risk management on a stock that's moving this way, right? So, and the good risk management for me would be to take very little shares, and then what's the point, right? If you take small shares, I'd rather trade a Tesla, take a decent amount, and probably make about the same, right? This is exciting when you're taking like 1,000 shares. You got the account to take 1,000 shares. You don't care if you lose 10 grand, no problem. But no, I'm not doing that. No way, Jose. No way. Done that. Been there, done that. Wasn't fun. Tesla looking good here. PLTR. MP. Oh, look at that, MP. Are we ready for a short, MP? I'll get back in if you're ready to do something. Did we get the... I think it's gonna do it. But yeah, this thing is gonna drop. Man, why am I getting flashbacks of like last week? This thing is gonna drop. You'll see. This thing is going to drop, and I'm not gonna be in it. We can still get our same entry right here if we want, but no, we're not. We're not gonna do that. Reminds me of last week. Yeah, it does. It has those same vibes if I go in again, especially. But you can see the weakness here. The price action is so bad, but you can see the weakness kind of building up here on MP. But no. RGTI doing some stuff. Man, MP is the best. I don't see anything else but MP right now. What do you guys like this morning? Oh wow, look at Nvidia. All right, Nvidia is such a mess in the first couple of minutes here, but look at this drop below the previous day close. I like this sell down. Let's do yeah, I think Nvidia's gonna break down. So I'm short Nvidia. Let's see if Nvidia can break down below the previous day close. Stop, we'll give it about 30 cents, 171. So it's right at the VWAP, a little bit higher, 171.05 or so. Let's see if we get a short here. So we're short again. Last time the previous day close was an issue, but we tested the previous day close quite a couple of times now. So now we broke through it. We're pulling back. Let's see if the buyers are tired now, and then don't start buying this thing up. So short for the breakdown again on Nvidia. Let's see if we get a move lower on Nvidia. Long yesterday close to, what do you guys have here? Cause you consider limit order so you can look away. You know what? I will consider limit order, and I have considered before, but I like to look at the price action, man, and see what's going on. You know, I really like to see what's happening. And sometimes, like for example, let's see what Nvidia does here. We need to stay below the VWAP. Like with this one here, great example on this one on Nvidia, right? We got out we got out before that, but look at an MP. MP, I got out based on the price action. My stop is all the way up here, but just because of the price action, the way it was forming, I got out. So you can't do that with a limit order where you kind of cover all those scenarios, you know. So I just left it, you know. I just got out of it, left the trade because it was taking way too long, and you can see here it's pulling up, right? So lost like a couple of dollars, you know. So it doesn't make a big loss trying to hold to my stop. So in some cases, I like watching the price action to make that decision. Oh, come on, Nvidia. What are you doing? Nvidia's going to be messy and choppy. So Nvidia, this previous day close is holding pretty good, I got to say. Let's see if we did hit my stop when I was looking here. So let's see if we're gonna get another rejection off VWAP. Looks like it wants to stay below VWAP, but you just don't know. It is Nvidia's pure chop. This is pure chop here. This 1 minute looks horrible. The 5 minute looks a little bit better, but not great. I knew today was going to be a bad day. I knew today was going to be just look, everything looks so crappy, man. I mean, it's just, and it's been like that. I'm telling you, it's been like that for the last 2 weeks. Like, we're getting green trades and all that, but we're working. Like, we are working our butt off for these trades, man. They're not coming easy. They are not coming easy. So not sure if you guys have been feeling the same, but it has not been an easy. Yeah, Osam, I'm telling you, a month ago, June, oh, piece of cake, one and dones everywhere. This month is like 2-3 trays, a couple of red trays, and then finally get the one that works. Like it has not been easy. So again, I don't know if that's related to some summer trading. Earnings season is coming up now, so hopefully that can pick up things when we start seeing some of the big names. But yeah, someone forgot to give the market the memo that we're here to make easy money and not be around for all this hard work. All right, we got to remember everything is all-time highs. Yeah, that doesn't help. The all-time high thing doesn't help because stocks, I do notice they do trade a little bit more difficult. Like Nvidia has traded a lot more difficult sitting at all-time highs because people wanted to go higher. Some people want to take profits. So I think it creates this that we're seeing here, this nonsense, right? So I don't know. We're short. Let's see if we can settle below the previous day close. Or maybe what the other thing that we could do is maybe it's just wait, right? I think you gotta wait because you come back after I get a cushion. If I get a cushion here, we'll look at some examples from yesterday. You come back like an hour later. And some stocks look amazing. Like, where was this run, right? So you waste all your capital in the beginning of the morning, and then you come back like 45 minutes later, you start seeing all these really great moves, either sell down or pops, right? So that could be it too. Partial here, friends. So we did get about 30 cents there. Let's see if we can get some more. I highly doubt it because this stock is just struggling to pick a direction here. Wolf breakdown, done and out on Nvidia. Nice aiming. Amy, you took this short? You're out already? I hope not, man. Hope you're gonna ride this sell-off with me here, man. If we get it. Okay, here we go. We're starting to get into a nice territory if we can continue like this. What's PRTR doing, Umberto? Talk to us. Okay, here we go. There it is. Another partial here at 120. Miss shorting the Qs. Melanie, what hopefully they continue to sell off here so they can give me another move. POTR. Oh yeah, there we go. Sell off happening, except for Tesla. Tesla is doing very well. MP, you piece of garbage. I'm glad I didn't trade you again. You would have got me. MP just pulls you in, man. And something about MP. This ticker is the devil. This ticker. I'm so glad I got out of break even here because this ticker will just take your money, man. It will. Look at this. See this nonsense here? Why are we doing this, Nvidia? This is tough trading. These aggressive pullbacks like this. It's just not easy. I don't think we're gonna sell off anymore. I don't think it's gonna happen. Let's see. This is too much work. We've been spoiled. This is not too much work, actually. I'm kidding, but we've been spoiled. June, we were so spoiled, and this is not what's happening in July. All right, 2 partials so far in Nvidia. We got in for the breakdown of the previous day close. Again, in the breakdown of just this 5-minute range, like this is still a 5-minute range here, right? So this is your 5-minute range there. I got in earlier, quick partial, stopped out, in again for the breakdown one more time after retesting it a couple of times, and also staying below the VWAP is important. So this is nice. Partial, and looking for a sell-off, but I don't think it's going to happen. Nvidia has other plans here. My stop loss is above this previous day close. I don't want to go there. I know it can come and retest it, but if it starts kind of sticking around too long, then I got to stop out. Yeah, I saw you trade on Andrew on Tesla. Just incredible, man. I wish I would have traded that. I traded garbage, but Tesla was awesome. Tesla, Tesla traded very, very nice. Here's Tesla's trade. So Andrew got in 134. 50, 60 was his average right in here. He got in here initially, added. Partial added. I mean, just amazing. I'll show you guys in a second. Once I'm out of this trade, hopefully we flush down and we can call it a day. Because, man, this market is tough. Tough. Friends, if you haven't done so, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. Really appreciate it. It helps us out a ton. Where are we sitting at today? It's funny. So today, I had, I don't know if I told you guys, but I had like literally $500 dollars a month worth of just crap subscriptions. I mean, like 400. So I started going through all these things. I'm like, what is this? Chat GPT, $20 here. YouTube, $18 there. Netflix, like you name it. Apple TV. Just a bunch of stuff. So I started going through my statement, like, all right, we gotta cut some of this crap that I'm not even using. But it was too hard to go through everything, so I just canceled everything. And today, my Netflix, my YouTube finished. And today I get this ad. I'm like, what is this? Why is there an ad here? Like, I was so shocked because for the last couple of months I haven't had an ad. And there's an ad here. There's ads. There's purchases, things on the side. I'm like, oh man, this might be worth the $20. I might have to turn this one back on. Because yeah, it's annoying. These ads are annoying. I don't want to see them. And we use YouTube so much, I definitely don't want to be watching these ads. So I'm gonna have to bring that one back. But yeah, go through your stuff. Be surprised how much crap you're paying for that you don't even know, that you don't even use, and just cancel everything and just get back what you need. Don't cancel the BBT membership though. Don't do that. But keep that one. Cancel the rest. If you don't have a BBT membership, definitely cancel everything else and get a BBT membership, and then you'll be in good shape. All right, Nvidia. Yes. Finally, you're playing nice with us. Partial here, friends, at 170.11. Would love to get below 170. We'll be in a very nice situation here. Let's see. Can you write the description off as a business? No, like Netflix? No, you can't write. You can't write Netflix off, and I don't think so. Unless I say I'm using it for documentary purposes. Right? Maybe. Yeah, I think you could. Yeah, your BBT subscription, you could write it off as a expense for if you set up as a business with your trading, an LLC. It's tons of options, but again, not tax advice. There's one people you don't want to mess with, is the IRS. They don't mess with those guys. You can mess with anybody else, can probably get away with it. You mess with Uncle Sam's money, they're coming after you. They don't play that. They do not play around with that. Let's see here. Come on, Nvidia, you could do this. You could do this, baby. Let's get the nice short down. Give us 169.80 will be awesome. James, why are you blaming me, man? I haven't done anything. I have not done nothing. I would rather mess with the buff tattoo guy outside the local pub than the tax man. 100%. 100%. It's no question. I mean, just think about it. You need a degree to be able to do your own taxes. How is that possible? Like you need to you can't even do your own taxes. Like if you got a couple of things, kids, this and that, and a couple of expenses, like you can't do it yourself. You're gonna mess them up. This should not be a thing. Why? This should be, well, this quantum computer power that we have. Here's what I make. Here's what I have. Give me my taxes and what I owe, and that's it. It's like you have to do science to know what your taxes are gonna be. It's ridiculous, but I'm sure it's like that for a reason. Oh yeah. The more you add, the more complicated it gets, James. So the more you add, the worse it gets. Ali, AMD pullback to VWAP. I took a couple of parts of Nvidia. I don't think it's going to continue to give us more, but I do want to hang around just in case. So a couple of partials already. We're sitting pretty nice here at that 170 partial. I still have a good amount of shares left, so I don't want this to go too much higher, because every time it goes up like that, we're losing we're not losing giving back, because now we have it. We don't want to give it back now. That's the thing, right, with trading, right? Like, it's easy to make money. It's just, it's not easy to stop from giving it back. That's the hard part. And Andrew talks about this a lot, right? Like, we can teach you how to make money. It's not a problem. It's keeping it. That's the issue. You know, are you going to keep it? You're going to come back and revenge trade. You're going to come back and do things you're not supposed to. You're not going to follow your rules. Like, what's going to happen? That's going to give the money back, and that's usually the problem. That's hard to control. Nvidia, I want to take another partial, but then I want to be patient. It's always the battle with me. Do I take another partial? Do I want to be patient and hold here? And I'm going to take another partial, because what I'm seeing here is that we might be getting a change in direction, especially given how this candle might close. So we'll just play it safe. We'll take another partial here just in case. Still have some left. But Nvidia is a strong stock that I cannot see it staying down long. That's what these flushes have to happen quickly. The minute you start seeing this kind of like, hey, we're kind of settling in and change direction, you want to be careful. So still in, but let's see if that's going to hold here. What did POTR end up doing? Bouncing around too. Tesla still strong. My goodness. Andrew's still in? Yes, he is. So let me show you Andrew's trades. By the way, guys, you can trade live with Andrew, BayWithTrades.com, and you can trade live there. But let me show you Andrew's trade. He's trading this lovely today. Here we go. So there's Andrew's trades. Here's the chat room, by the way, and the stuff you get to see. And he's got his limit order up here. I mean, here's his entry. So average probably around here. So partial, added some more, partial. I mean, added. He hasn't partial yet, so he's being patient. Added, he's got his limit order here. So it's beautiful, man. And that is a 5-minute ORB he got in for. So 5-minute ORB trade on Tesla after a really nice pullback. So yeah, looking good. All right, Nvidia is just struggling and not doing what I needed to do here. But I'm happy with the trade. I'm happy with the trade because now we're nicely green here. So I'm happy, but we'll like to get lower if we can, but I don't think Nvidia's going to do that. So we got to take what we can. Wednesday membership giveaway, friends. I mean, if that doesn't give us a like, I don't know what else does. I mean, if we're what are we with the likes? Let me go check right now. Membership giveaway. You guys forgot because we haven't been doing it in a while because it's hard to do it when Andrew travels, but you forgot about the membership. Nobody has mentioned it today. Not one of you guys. Andrew brought it up, huh? Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Membership. Oh, Sabrider. Oh, Sabrider's paying attention. He did mention it. All right. I'm going to get out of Nvidia. We had a good move. Or do we try to use the previous day close as resistance? We could. Our entry is right here. We could. Or we could just take a win now. Oh, maybe we should. Price action is telling us otherwise. Maybe we should be patient, grasshopper. All right, let's see what happens. What's another 20 cents? Let's see what happens here. Nvidia. Just trying to see if there's anything on the level 2. Nothing on the level 2 that tells me otherwise. But we're selling down. 3 semis are green now. Like and subscribe. Yes, so you have to be part of the drawing. And again, you see it all the time. Andrew runs his thing, and only a few people are on there. There'll be 1,000 people watching, and only 700 are in the drawing. So you have to make sure you like, subscribe, and just put in any comment in chat here. You can put "I love Carlos." That works perfectly. That gives you extra points, and you're in the drawing. So yeah, membership day today, guys. That's gonna be exciting. We haven't done it in a while, and looking forward to it today. See who wins. Oh, Nav, you must be a DJ. The I Papi, yeah, that's like Alex Sensation DJing there. So, excellent, friends. Looking forward to the membership. See who wins it today, and then let's get those likes up. 400 is our goal, but today we should do more. We should. And for those joining us, if you missed it, Peter is trading with P Capital today. So. He's trading with P Capital today. He's doing his thing there. Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, Nvidia finally gave us a good drop here. So it gave us a nice drop. We have a little bit left. Let's see if it actually sells down. We're going to use our previous day close as the resistance, as a stop out area. Hopefully that acts as resistance, and we'll see where it goes. Thanks, CFC. Yeah, it gave us a hard time here at the beginning, right? So we went short for 5-minute ORB, took a partial, stopped out, and this is why it's so important, guys, why you have to just stop out. Look at this. Andrew talks about this all the time, and that's one of the things one of the big things I learned from was just get out, right? Because in the past I used to hold to this crap here, and yeah, sometimes it comes back and it pays you off, and then you're gonna make a lot of money because you didn't take your stop and you still have your original shares. But when it does not, oh my goodness, it is brutal. First of all, you hold up your bandwidth on taking other trades, right? We went out and took other trades, right? Even after we got out here, and you take such a big hit to your confidence, and obviously the obvious one, your account. So just get out. It comes up, it sets up again. We can always get back in. I mean, that is a big major lesson. Like if you're having trouble stopping out where you need to and taking a small loss, you're not gonna survive. You're not gonna survive in trading. You gotta stop out. So important. So important. All right, the patience paid off here, friends. So we waited. I don't know if we're gonna, break down lower. So I am inclined to take another partial. So let's see here. We should have added. This is where Andrew, Paris, these guys they would add it here. We should have added, but it's okay. We haven't added that to our skills here yet, but we should have added. And then, but if you add here, we're so close to our entry, we could have taken a very nice partial there. That's okay. We'll get there. I'm gonna take another partial here, just in case. Let's see. If this candle goes up, I'll take another partial in case. We're gonna just kind of do like a double bottom type thing here. I don't want to be part of the return back up on that. So we might take another partial here as well. Yeah, so in the level 2, if we look at my level 2, hold on a second, I'll bring this over. We'll make it nice and big here. There's not a, I'll put it in the bottom. Hold on. There we go. So if you look at the level 2, there's really nothing happening right now. Like right now, there's no big imbalance at the moment, right at the price action where I'm at, right? So you see it here. You got a couple orders at 170.16, but you got the same amount of orders at 170.20, right? So there's no big imbalances at the moment. You'll see it. You'll see it when you see huge orders, like they just start piling up. You'll see it, and then you see you'll see it like when it's trying to break through a level, the high of the day, previous day close, low of the day. You'll see them just start stacking up here. Man, that's when you know, okay, they might be pulling the price up. But right now, it's very light. I don't see anything major on either side, long or short. So we're not getting anything at the moment. Tesla short. Let me look at it. I don't know. I haven't looked at Tesla. Let's see if Nvidia can break the low of the day. We might be getting some buying here, so I'm going to take... what does Nvidia want to do here? 5-minute higher highs, higher lows. Yeah, we're going to take another partial here. I still don't want to get all out, just in case we're going to continue to head lower, but I don't like the fact that we didn't make a new low here. So things could be turning around. And again, this stock is strong, so we don't want to overstay our welcome either on this one. Yeah, I'm gonna be patient. Let's see. Tesla short. Yeah, you are getting a wow. I got a decent sell off to VWAP and lower. But now I don't know, man. We kind of missed the short here. Like, what are you thinking now, as far as short off the VWAP here? Maybe that's a big drop on that 5-minute candle. I don't know if that's gonna give you more opportunities here to go short. So I'll be careful on this one. Yeah, I know you're looking at, right, the VWAP breakdown, the pullback, and then the confirmation short, and you would have got it, but I don't know. I don't feel too comfortable going short on that. So it's a tough one. Even though we got our strategy here, like look at this 5-minute, I'm just like it's a big drop. I don't know if that's going to continue. So I'm a little skeptical on that. All right, Tesla. Tesla. Nvidia's coming back up, so we're gonna take everything on. This could be a good long later. Yeah, membership today, friends. So Andrew is going to give a membership out today, so definitely stay tuned for that. And as for coming up here, I think Nvidia. If Nvidia gets above the VWAP, it could be a good long. So I'm gonna double click here. Hotkey's ready. We're gonna probably hop out of Nvidia for the rest here. Yeah, we'll get out of Nvidia for the rest here, and we'll see. I mean, if this thing, I don't want to overtrade it. We have a good day right now, so I don't want to get too overconfident and stuff. But if it gets above the VWAP and we get a retest, this can hit the high of the day. So we will have to be looking out for that. It might not happen right now, but that's the possibility, given how this 5-minute, right, just kind of halted here a little bit. See, higher highs, higher lows. So let's see. Could be a possibility. If it regains the VWAP, this stock is strong enough to head back up. So we'll be on the lookout for it. Joby, let's look at Joby. All right, so let's look at Joby. So, all right. So yeah, membership today. Yeah, I see you guys. Membership. I see the comments. Good. Puts you in the drawing. But still, only 398 people are being counted, right? Only 398 are being counted because they don't have that thumbs up. So just be aware. Hit that thumbs up. And hit it because you like the show, not just for the membership. Hit it because you appreciate the show. All right. Joby. Yeah, this thing took off. This thing is nice. What did MP do? MP sold off, but I'm not touching this crap. This stock is, you know what? It had a great day, guys. It had a great run here yesterday, and we tried it. Pre-market was awesome too, but this is garbage. This is so bad. Like, no, this is so bad. I think Nvidia could be a long, friends. I think so, but I want to get over the previous day close, over the VWAP. I want to get over all this area here if I'm gonna trade it long, right? So we'll be on the lookout for that. Let's stay at 328. Will increase my odds. Yeah, you want people to unlike the video so there's not that many people in the drawing. That makes sense. I get where you're going. All right, let's take a look here. We'll love a membership. Yeah, hey, we can give one away. Hopefully you win. Good luck to you. Maybe in Christmas we could do something fun. Maybe in Christmas we could do a couple of different giveaways. That'd be good too. So stay tuned, guys. Subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. And you stay posted. Andrew's always giving away stuff. He'll give something out in Christmas, and a million subscribers. We're probably gonna give away something big. Not sure if it's gonna be a Tesla. I don't know if people. What if you don't drive? You don't want a Tesla, So we'll give something big though once we do 1 million subscribers. So make sure you stay tuned for that as well. you're entering and exiting on the 1 minute. I enter on the 1 minute, but then seems I get chopped up. So I'm thinking on the 1 minute and exit on the 5. Or is that stupid? No, that's not stupid at all, Aaron. I 100% get what you're saying here. So I do enter on the 1 minute, but I have the 5 minute like literally right below. So you can see, you know, you can see my, what you call it? Let me show you guys here. Can I show you this? How can I do this? Can you see this? All right, doesn't send it. All right, I can't do it. But yeah, if you look at my main screen, I have the 1 minute and the 5 minutes. So I enter on the 1 minute, but I'm considering the 5. And look at what's this? The sell-off. Nvidia, you couldn't wait for me to not get out. That's a nice sell-off, right back to the lows here. So yeah, I look at the 1 for the entry, but then look at the 5 to kind of get a bigger picture too of what's taking place, right? So part of the reason for me taking this partial or getting out is this 5 minute swell, right? You can see we're making higher highs, higher lows. Technically, this is a bullish type signal, right? Obviously, we're getting a sell down here, but for the most part, before I had this information, right? Because again, you make the best decision with the information you have. You can't worry about what happens after, unfortunately. We don't have a magic ball here. So when I saw this higher highs, higher lows, I'm like, okay, maybe it's time to kind of get out of the trade. It's kind of holding here. So that's why I took the rest out, right? So, but clearly, Nvidia's not done heading lower here. Neither is Tesla, OPRTR. So, all right, let's go through our secondary list. What did SBET do? See, SBET, this is why we had it on a secondary list. This is a messy 1 in 5. Coin's messy, not really in play. Mara actually did some stuff here. Market open, and then now it's trying to break out above the VUF. So Mara's not too bad, but it's not great. We don't love it, but it's not too bad, actually. On Mara. Hood. Let's take out Hood. Remember, guys, today, so Andrew comes on in 15 minutes. 10:30 comes on. He's going to go through 11. And then don't leave, because then we have Thor after that. Today's Wednesday, so he'll have... let me confirm, actually, before I do that. Just going to confirm with my good buddy Thor if we're on schedule for today. Looks like we are. If you guys are continuing to like the sessions, we'll keep doing it. But Dr. V on Wednesdays at 11 seems to be a hot spot. So today's Wednesday, right? Am I bugging? No, today is Wednesday. Yeah. So yeah, he just responded. Said yes. He said yes, we are on for today. So put on your calendars, and yeah, it's awesome. All right, what's anything exciting happening? Let's see what the chat is doing. Andrew traded Rigetti Spaghetti. Rigetti Spaghetti had tons of volume today. So Andrew went long, took a partial around 14.65 or so, and then is looking at that. So let's see. Yeah, Rigetti looks nice. Good pop this morning. Great pre-market. Actually, I saw the pre-market on this thing was up pretty nice. Looks good. Looks like it wants to go. You guys are looking at Apple. I see Melanie mentioning Apple. Yeah, Apple's having a breakout here. Anything new on Apple? Apple's been so weird. So Apple. Yeah, Apple's getting a break here. Yeah, this is a nice move. How they been lately? How has the daily been on Apple? It's just kind of chopping around here, but kind of in a range, and they're looking to to break out of this range towards the top there. So here it is. Yep, Apple's doing some stuff. Breaking high of the day here. Nicely. PLTR just wrapping itself around. Tesla finding some support. MP garbage. Let me take this off my list. And take this off my list. This is garbage. Today at least it is. Nvidia. This did give us a new low, but it's trying to hold on. And Rigetti trying to go high. The stock is strong, up 14% today. Carlos, RGTI 5-minute EMA 9 and 20 rising 9 EMA crossing. What's this? Are you asking me if it's looking bullish? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see. You're detailing what is taking place right now. Yeah, I think it's bullish, man. I think it's bullish. I mean, it's if you look at it here, it's a strong stock. It's up 14%. Went below the VWAP, did not like that. Came back above the VWAP, then now starts using the VWAP as support, right? That's nice. So and you keep banging your head against this 1471. So it looks strong to me. So we'll have to see. 5-minute range, 5-minute also looks strong, but it's got to stay above this VWAP, right? It's got to stay above this VWAP. If we can do that, yeah, it looks strong. So maybe retest of the high of the day at least at 14. That'll be nice. But let's see. Ben, I don't use Bookmap. So yeah, I heard, I hear the comments. I'm always listening. I heard the comments about the bubbles, right? The bubbles cannot lie. So what does the bubbles say on Rigetti? What does the bubbles say? And by the way, we're working on some pretty cool stuff, guys. So if you're not part of tradingterminal.com yet, we're working on some really cool stuff for that. So make sure you check it out, tradingterminal.com. Tons of really cool features. You know, you do have options for membership there. So definitely join up and be part of the action. You're going to get more than worth your money. We also have a scanner. It's a scanner I use every day. So as you guys know, here are my scanners from tradingterminal.com. And again, these are the ones that I use to start the day, and they have some other ones too. And new mentees I work with, they love the replay simulator and the live simulator. Oh, it's just one subscription for everything. One subscription, you get everything, Peter. So is 59. I don't want to miss inform. Team BBT, do we have a link for this? We'll get it. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, they're on it. There's the link. They are on it. There's the link, friends. Tradingterminal.com. So yeah, so you got the free plan. You should definitely you gotta join the free plan. There's no reason why you should not have the free plan already. So get the free plan for sure, and then you can check out the premium plan. It's $59.99 a month, and it gets you a bunch of tools, right? So, awesome. Oh, you get the premium. Oh, see, that's good. So you get the premium courses too. I forgot to mention that. That's good. That's really good. The premium courses, where is that? So you get premium trading academy courses. That's where the bang for your buck is at. That's where Paris and Thor and all these guys are, hiding their secrets. You definitely want to check that out. Wow, look at Tesla come back. See, I knew it. I knew Tesla was not ready to sell down. And look at this pop above VWAP. Although it did give you a little bit, give you a move depending what your targets was and what was your goal, right? Look at that, but look at this. It wants to go north. Yeah, Melanie, you're across the puddle from where Andrew is. Is that a lake, or what do they call it? A lake, or is this part of the ocean? Is that you're in, what's the island you're in? You're in, I forgot, you told me the name of the island. Is this part of, okay, it's not named the lake or something. Something that they'll call the whatever something. Vancouver Island. Yes, you're in Vancouver Island. Yeah, I met Melanie 2 years ago, Melanie. That was great, man. We had a great time. at the first Vancouver meetup. No, I don't think they call it a bay, right? I just call it an ocean. So, cool. Well, the Pacific Ocean, not an ocean. Wow, friends, Tesla. Did Andrew get in this? Where's the chat? I lost the chat. I was looking at trading terminal. He did not. Oh, okay. Usually that'll be his trade there. He'll go in for the break of the VWAP. I did 3 more scalps on TSLL. Oh no. And they're good, but they work out. You know, people look, we were talking. I was talking. We have a group mentorship every week with our P Capital group, right? That me, Peter, and then there's tons of stuff. So like it's a lot of work, right? It's a lot of good material. And someone I was mentioned that they did some scalping trades, and they felt guilty. And I'm not gonna share their name. They feel guilty because the scalping trades are not part of their trade book, but they did really good. They were very profitable. And people have this thing about scalping being like a negative sentiment over scalping. There's nothing negative about scalping at all. So if you can scalp good and you can make profits, there's nothing wrong with that at all. So just be careful. The best thing I always tell people is have amazing risk management. That's the number one thing. Like when you are scalping trades, you gotta have incredible risk management, and you have to be quick. Right, that's it. If you're able to do that, and you can still build a trade book around it, just the rules are going to be a little bit different, right? So, but yeah, nice, man. I'm glad you scalped TSLL, and it's up here. It's doing some stuff. Bulls are defending the VWAP. Yeah, Rigetti is a strong stock, man. That is awesome. Look at, they defended it. They defended the VWAP. It had to stay above the VWAP. They did. Look at that. 1471 is going to go. Okay, so now remember we talked about the ask? Look at the ask now. See this? This is good. See that? That's a clear imbalance of traders, of orders, right? Look at that 405. Clear imbalance. When Nvidia earlier, we didn't really have anything like that. Look at this. And it usually happens when we're trying to break a level like this one here, right? So look at that. That's a clear imbalance. The orders are stacking up. 4777. That's nice. Look at the breakout. See that? Just keep pulling the order up. They keep coming. 380, 1480. See that? 1480, 386. They keep pulling it up. So let's see if they continue, right? They continue appearing. So, oh man, this wants to go. Look at it again, right? Let's just keep. These are intention to fill. These guys want to get filled. They're right up 3 cents above the price action. He keeps coming back. 385. It's a big boy there trying to get the price up there. So yeah, it's nice. It's nice. That's a bullish signal. Yeah, people might think, oh, it's bearish, but it's not. It's a bullish signal, right? And they keep coming. They keep coming. Then it'll pull the price higher and higher and higher. So let's see if they continue to do that. So as we're breaking through 1471, and again, nothing is 100. There's no indicators 100% proof. Like there's not one indicator. I don't care how good the indicator is. Book map, level 2, time in sales, price. What, it doesn't matter. There's not one indicator that's going to be 100% right every time. Oh, but this one is right now. But if you put all these several indicators together, then you get the big picture. Andrew, you're in this? Oh man, you piece of garbage, Rigetti. Look at that go. Wow. Yeah. So you put this together with your you know, your indicators, your patterns, your strategy, your all of this, and then you make the best decision, right? Because no indicator is going to brand. The more indicators you have together, these are called edges, right? So the more edges you can stack on top of each other, the bigger probability you have of something working out. And then we get into all these other things, but I can't give you all of that because that's part of the BBT membership. You guys got to join to see the premium stuff. Can't give you all the secrets. Right, guys? Can't give you everything. I saw that video you made. It also helped a lot. Oh, yes, the level 2 video. That video actually is old. It's like 5 years old, right, on YouTube. That video Andrew created the presentation, then he asked me to do the video, right? So the presentation is his, and I just created the video for it. So yeah, take a look at it on YouTube. Really explains that the supply and demand of level 2. Until this day, that's like 5 years ago, that video. To this day, that's still the plan. That is still the way that works, and we're seeing it here. You're seeing it right now in Rigetti. Look at the asses keep coming up, right? So yeah, it's old but good. Yeah, a lot of stuff doesn't change much when it comes to some of these technicals. Indicators might, but the fundamental idea is the same. It's the same, right? The indicators, which like Bookmap, will show you this in a different way, and but the fundamentals is all the same, right? And I remember when a lot of people started trading, like, oh man, I wonder if the market's gonna change and my strategy's not gonna work. I've been doing the 5-minute ORB for 7-8 years now, right? And that was one of my concerns to us. Is that gonna stop working? Do I gotta figure something else out? Still works. VWAP still works, right? New indicators come out, new information come out, new charts, new 30-second charts now. I mean, candlesticks is crazy, but the information is still, the fundamentals are still the same, right? So when you come to variable trades, you're gonna learn the fundamentals, and then from there you can, I always suggest people keep it simple, learn the fundamentals from BBT, and then from there you can build on other different type of indicators you want that make your job easier. All right, team is coming on, so I'm logging on to the chat as well. Brian, is that you right here in the background?
Yes, it is. Good morning, sir.
Brian.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning, man. You sound much better. How you feeling?
Feeling a little, feeling better. Still got a cough.
Yeah.
Wow, guys, market is ripping now. Look at that. Look at those beauties. Fuse rips,
Yeah.
SPY rips,
Yeah.
Tesla
Yeah.
is ripping. So I had a pretty good day. I had a really, really solid day on Tesla. As you see, here's my trades, guys. You see my screen. So I had a really profit on Tesla, Rigetti, and a small loss on Nvidia. And I really wanted to get on Tesla to I want to really get to Tesla to 320, but I got to stop out. But it's going right now. So that was a trade,
Yeah.
5 minutes. I know, Carlos, you were showing my trade on YouTube. I saw that you were talking about the 5-minute open range breakout. It is indeed a 5-minute open range breakout
Yeah.
with a couple of way up. I got to stop out below the VWAP, but I didn't see this move coming up. So, but that's okay. You stick in there. Rigetti was also a really good trade that we did. So at the open, Brian did a really nice trade from below 14 all the way up to 15. I get in the pullback, and I got to stop that. But most likely it's going to go to 15. Brian had a couple of really good trades today.
Yeah. Joby was the other one. Got a nice move on that. Looks like Tesla's taking out 320 now. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, so we kind of bottomed, and now we've got, like I said, the buyers came in, saved the day.
Wow, Tesla 320, damn it. Yeah, I told
Yeah, I
you.
got the 320. It
I told you.
took out a lot of those orders at 320. There's some strong buying today on Tesla.
Yeah, 321 possible. Lisanul Ghaib, I told you it's gonna go to 320.
There's definitely some orders there.
All right, should we give away today a membership, 1 year membership?
So Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, we give away. What do you guys want?
Hmm.
Membership. Nice. Oh, Alex wants a boot camp, huh? Nice. All right, guys, absolutely. Whatever you guys want. Perfect. Yeah, we'll do it. We do it at 11, just before trip to Thailand, Scott. Yeah, I think we should. I think the next retreat that I want to have. Last year we did Colombia, which was amazing. I think this year I'm thinking about Thailand in November. I've never been to Thailand, and I know Thailand is a great, one of the greatest countries that I haven't visited yet. Um, last trip in Colombia was really nice, and we learned a lot. So
Oh, it was
one
amazing.
thing that was amazing, but there was some issues that we had. Like for example, it was too much. Like we did too much. Like 3 cities, 4 cities, too many activities, and it was tiring. So one feedback that I received and myself was really tired. Like, would have more laid back trip, like more, hanging out together, more at the villa, more trading together rather than to visiting every single thing that is possible over there. So yeah, Cindy, you were there. Yeah, it was beautiful, but it was a little bit tiring. Like we did so much, like from the morning yoga and then trading and then head out and dinner every night. It was really tiring. um,
Yeah, it was a pretty full schedule.
very full
And then
session. Yeah.
all the tours, doing different tours.
How was your trading, guys, in YouTube? Any question, guys? Do we have any trader in Thailand that can help us organize or set up this? Because we had really uh, good time in Colombia because we had some traders there to help us and support us. Very important. Do we have anyone who can support?
Hmm.
Ayahuasca trading seminar. Ayahuasca trading seminar would be in Peru.
So, so basically, just maybe go 2 locations. Just fly to Bangkok, spend some time there, and then maybe go south to the beaches.
Yeah, that would be nice. But if you can have someone
Yeah, Phuket's nice. Phuket's a little touristy. I think there's lots of other. I mean, Phuket is where the action is for sure.
any question, guys, on the trading that we did today on YouTube or on chat room?
JANX, Janix Therapeutics, hitting new highs 27.46, up about 6.5%. Juliet Alpha November X-ray.
Australia.
Oh man, Australia is a nightmare for trading. Like the time zone is just a nightmare. I don't know. I have a huge respect for people who are trading from
Syrian Druze religious leader says they reached ceasefire agreement with Syrian government.
That's Benzinga. That's not Thor. Looks like the SPY wants to go red again. Maybe we're really just hanging around yesterday's close right now. Tesla pulled back after it did that big run to 320.
All right, guys. So let's do the giveaway, and then we can focus on answering questions. All right, guys, make sure you like the video.
Hmm.
1 year
There we
membership,
go.
1 year elite annual membership, guys. For whoever is the lucky person. Thanks for all your support, guys, to our channel.
Yeah.
Somebody asked about Bookmap on Trading Terminal. I think in 2 months probably we're going to launch it. So all the level 2 visualization and historical one. All right, guys, the winner is Isaias Velasquez. I think one of our, I know him actually, one of the very active members in the chat. I think he's from South America. Congratulations.
Oh, good.
So
Congratulations.
for 1 year of membership.
Yeah. All right.
CVRX getting a pop here to
What
the high
what
on
what country are you in?
X-ray.
All right.
APM Aptorum, another pop here to the highs, now up 324%. Alpha Papa Michael.
So what you're
Tesla's
hearing,
coming back up
it's
again.
breaking news. That's announcing some really good stuff, actually. If you're especially trading that by yourself alone, sometimes it's good to announce. It's actually a real human. His name is Charlie, Benzinga Charlie. And he's been doing this like for 15 years. When I started trading, he was doing it, and still he's doing that.
Transportation Administration, Secretary Duffy said Trump administration needs another $19 billion to fully revamp air traffic control operations.
Yeah, that's actually a very good suggestion. Ben is asking about a giveaway. Now that YouTube has this top fans, and you can recognize the most active members in the chat.
AUGO,
That could be
IPO,
really nice as well.
indicating
Make this one stop because
$23.30.
this one is impacting the discussions. But yeah, potentially we can do that from the top 50 members in the chat. So the most active ones we're giving away, like membership, bootcamp, laptop.
I'm just short the SPY right now. Short of the SPY with SPX. What's
Ryan is shorting a SPY, huh? All right, so no more trades for me, guys. I had a pretty good trading day. So Rigetti is 1469. So Rigetti has a chance to go back up to 15, but
I'm getting out of that one. That trade, I don't. Not sure if it's going to break down or not. Still holding PDC. Yeah, it bounced again off PDC. Still thinking it could break down. It's getting kind of choppy to now, so harder to do a trade.
somebody's asking
He's in Chile.
what's the good percentage of return per day? I think 0.5% per day is a very reasonable, very, very good return that experienced traders get there. Even at the beginning, you probably have smaller than this, but I think 0.5% is a very good reasonable, which is about 100% a year. Because we have how many trading days? We have 220 trading days.
Let's take a look at Uber.
Nice. Yeah, less than 1% for the year so far. That's amazing. Amazing return.
I think if Uber gets back down to about 88, it might be good for a long. But it's kind of 88, 88.50 seems to be an area that could be support here. But it's last 6 days, it's really been selling off hard today. Maybe a little overdone. So for a swing trade, I'd set an alert for kind of 80, 88.50.
Tesla looks like 320. He wants to 320 above 321.
Tesla has earnings next week, I believe.
Ah,
It's the
the earnings
23rd.
season starts. Yeah, earnings season
Yeah,
starts.
July 20. Yeah, July 23rd.
So yeah, earning calendar is here, guys. This is starting very, very nicely. Hmm.
Hmm.
Tesla is gonna go through to 21, 321. I know. So
Yeah,
somebody's asking about my
a
account
lot of
size. My
buying.
8.5 million right now, but I'm not using all of my equity on everything. So my average share size on something like Tesla with 5,000 shares, which would be around $1.5 million worth of buying power. Um, and with 1.5 million, you make $20,000. That's about 1% of the buying power that you use, and which is very reasonable. Oh, Rigetti is gonna go to 15, huh? Rigetti turned out to be the move.
Yeah, there's a lot of buying here today on Tesla. You can tell there's an indicator on Bookmap. It's CVD, which is a cumulative volume. Very green today, so more buying than selling. I think everybody uses margin account just because you get you get a bigger bang for your buck, especially with day trading. Because if you actually trade and honor your trading plan and where you're going to stop out, trading on margin isn't quite as risky. It's when a lot of people, are investing and using margin accounts. Can get into a real bad situation if you get market sell off, and then the broker starts liquidating your positions. Hmm. Is there a 1 week code right now? I think you'd have to ask if Carlos is listening. Maybe he can let you know. Or we'll wait for Andrew to get back. I'm not really sure. Primary stocks for just being on watch. We just use some of the stocks are just sort of the ones that are always in play, which is stocks like Tesla and Nvidia, and then we just look at the scanners to see what stocks are trading on news, like Rigetti this morning. Joby was trading up on news. So it's sort of it's really it really depends on your trading plan and your trading book. What kind of trades do you do? Do you do like opening range breakouts, 5 minute ORBs? uh, are you more waiting for a while to do, a VWAP rejection trade or something like that? But generally speaking, it's usually the sort of the favorites and then a few ones that are in play on news. Like yesterday, MP was pretty hot. So you can, the other thing you can do is when some of our traders don't have good sort of anything that's really appealing to them, you can watch. Trading Terminal has scanners, so you get scanners that give you, turbo breakdowns, turbo breakups. So you can kind of keep an eye on that. Find some ideas. Tesla just came very close to yesterday's high, which was 321. 12-ish, 15-ish. SPY is now breaking out. Same with the Qs. Oh, big drop. I don't know what happened there. Some news just hit the wire. I don't know what that was. Wow. Wow, that was a big drop. Yeah, I know it's that's kind of sometimes these are big overreactions. Like look at the market bounce back now. You see a reaction like that, especially with like the SPY went and retested low of day and bounced right there. See if we can see what happened there. So the thing about this market is that just like you just have to get somebody dropping some news or the White House tweeting something. Get a big market reaction. I don't know what happened there, but there was something that came out there anyway. Spy's gone red now. Okay, we're going to sell off here. Yeah, Tesla's got some lawsuit going on right now to do with some 2019 um, uh, with their autonomous driving. I don't know how much that's going to affect their stock price. Hoods have had a really good day. Yeah, Tesla's Nvidia's kind of been definitely has some profit taking today. And they're really trying to keep the SPY green. Andrew did okay today. Traded Tesla to the long side. I had a pretty good day today. I traded Rigetti and Joby. Is there a code right now? Do you know, Monsieur? Someone was asking. Is there a discount code?
Email me, andrew@bearabletraders.com. Our sales is over, but yeah, you can email me. What happened at 10:55? There's some weird activity on this.
Oh, I'm looking at the news. I don't see anything. Do we have any Fed speakers on today?
Oh, the president's
Or is that
question that if he can fire the Fed chair, huh? That was because the bonds are dropped really bad too. Yeah, there might be. I think the news
maybe?
was that if the president ask about legality of firing the Fed chair. Awesome. So Vanessa is here. Looking good, Vanessa. We elevated Thor.
Right on.
Good. You're not as good as Vanessa. Sorry.
I don't think this is not okay. I got ready for this. I wore a nice shirt.
Of course. I'm sorry. I'm attracted to beauty by just the evolutionary thing. Like just
No. I'm just kidding, of course. Obviously, much significantly better looking than I am. I mean, so
yeah. So okay, guys,
Good.
hand it over to Thor and Vanessa. Really good pair today. I think Vanessa, you also have a
Right on.
webinar today. It's on Wednesday at
Yes, at noon.
yeah, at noon. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
So
won't
handing
doubt.
it over to you guys. Ciao ciao by me. Good stuff on YouTube.
Thank you.
hello everybody
So
and
Vanessa,
welcome.
Thor's out of the airport now. He's actually in his office.
A real office. It's a real thing.
He actually does have an office.
Although the airport thing is really fun though. So hello everybody out there on YouTube and good to see everybody. As you know, it is Wednesday, which means we get focused on the brain on Wednesday. And of course, we have the illustrious Dr. V coming by to hang out with us again. Before I bring her in to start chatting with everybody, which, you know, I know she has some things she's already got on her mind as she does to talk with you all about, maybe a couple questions here and there. I wanted to remind everybody real quick that basically Dr. V's taken over Wednesdays in Bearable Traders. I mean, all of it. So we got her on YouTube. Right after YouTube, she's got her presentation inside behind the paywall. And don't forget, tonight at 8 p.m., she's doing a very Eastern. She's doing a very I think it's going to be a really cool live webinar, and it's trade like you mean it, not like someone else. So I think this is going to be like a really cool moment. So if you've been on the fence about getting behind the paywall, don't forget, this might be that moment. I know it would be enough for me. So everyone, Dr. V is here. Like, subscribe, share, get excited. Dr. V, so good to see you. Thanks for coming back with us.
Good morning. I'm very happy to be here. So today, I mean, it's not a rock band t-shirt, right? But it's BBT, so and BBT rock. So yeah.
I mean,
Hey.
I got hard rock. Come on.
So every Brains Day, so it's not Wednesday anymore, it's Brains Day, we elevate, guys. Let's elevate our minds to trading, okay? And life in general. So I'm very happy to be here this morning. I have a very interesting topic. Somebody emailing me last week about the fact that we don't often talk about positive emotions in trading. And I thought that was a great idea. Because when we talk about emotions, usually we talk about what kind of emotions should I get rid of for trading. So as you know, emotions are very important for us, okay? In trading, they help us also to guide us towards what we should do, what is right, like in our lives, okay? When we do something right, according to our identity, our values, usually we feel good about it, okay? It's not like an excitement or having like butterfly, or it's just feels right, feels good, okay? And I really wanted to talk about that this morning. What trading feels like when you are doing it right. Okay, so I would like to talk about that this morning. I don't know what you guys think about, what Thor you think about that.
I like it. I think this is a really cool topic. I mean, you're 100% right. All we ever really do is focus on the negative aspect. But I think because of that, when we get the positive aspect, we can almost like sabotage because we're so like almost uncomfortable with that. We'll like go, as soon as you start feeling good in a trade, you almost like want to cut the trade because you're just not focused on that. So I think this is a really interesting thing because, or once you're doing well, continuing to do well. I mean, and being comfortable with success in that capacity. So I think there's a lot of traps here that we could get into. So I like it. I think it's a great topic. What do y'all think out there in the chat? What do y'all think? What are your comments on that? What do you like? You like that? I think it's a good topic.
And it's interesting what you're saying, because when I refer to good emotions, maybe I want to talk about emotions that that happens when we are executing something, not necessarily when we are in a trade. Because I think when we are in a trade, this is the time for us to step back. Because in a trade, the system has to take over. I was talking about that with my mentees this morning, and trading is not for humans. Okay, I say that all the time. Being bad at trading is a good sign. It means you're human, a good one. So the only way that we can take the human out of the trading world is just to let the plan do its thing. So last week I talked about eating the cake when it's not ready, okay? So you execute the recipe. You have control over how you execute the recipe, what ingredients you choose to put in there, okay? But when the cake is in the oven, whatever emotions you will feel, it will be ready when it's ready. And what I mean by being ready is either your stop will hit or the profit target. But the way it's gonna cook, you have no control over that. So even if you're super excited or super stressed or whatever it is, it shouldn't matter in a trade.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me too. I like the analogy there with, it's like, it's going to be a really good cake too, right? So it's like, I really want to taste this cake because it's been cooking for like 45 minutes, but it needs to cook for 55, but it smells so good. It's just coming out like I know everyone's so hungry. It's like 11 now. Everyone's breaking fast and we're just ready to get out there and start doing this. So what's your, all right. So personal question here. Nobody else may, I just want to know, what's your favorite type of cake? Just like if anyone was going to ask you, like, which I just did. If you're going to eat any cake right now, other than key lime pie, if you were going to eat any cake, what would it be? Which is a pie, not a cake.
Oh, red
Ooh.
velvet. I love red velvet.
Oh, red velvet. So good. Ice cream cake? I'm in. Oh man, this just went the other direction. So good. I mean, so bad.
German
Beet
chocolate?
cake, Ben Colts. I am not okay with that as a suggestion. 2 more of those and you're banned from the chat for the rest of the day.
There you go, whiskey.
All right, so what was Dr. V's answer? Because this is important. What do you think, Dr. V? I'm not writing this down, by the way.
I think a carrot cake without the raisins, though,
Carrot
and without the
cake,
nuts, but a carrot cake
carrot cake without the raisins.
and without the
Mm.
nuts, because I don't understand why we should put nuts in a cake. That doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, that would be my answer.
Oh, I like it. Okay. All right. Sorry, we totally derailed the chat with that one. But I'm now hungry, so it winning. So back into topic here of our positive emotions, because I agree. Getting into those positive emotions, it's just like that. The cake's going to be good, and so you get so excited about it, but then you spoil the outcome by not allowing it to complete, cooking. Right. So, I mean, I do think that's inherently a big issue, especially when you're used to losing a lot. Like if you've lost 3, 4, 5 trades in a row, now you finally got one working. Just cut. Can I just take the cake out? I mean, come on.
So then again, whenever you want to put yourself in the way of your system, it's not a good idea. Okay? I'm pretty sure that everybody here this morning that have data that was tagged like, this is a trade where I changed something in my rules, okay? Or I just exited in a different fashion. I'm pretty sure that everyone agrees that when we put ourselves in the way, usually it doesn't end well. And not only for the outcome of the trade, but also in the lack of trust that we continue to reinforce.
Mhm.
That every time we change something, we end up confused because now we don't know why it didn't work really, right? So that's very dangerous not to follow the rules here. Very dangerous. Okay. So when I talk about positive emotions, like it is really like associated with your execution. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people this morning also agree with that. When it is a good setup. You feel it's right. Right?
Mhm.
So it is the emotional signature of good execution. Okay, what do you feel when you're proud of a trade? Not because you made money, but because you followed your rules. It is the best feeling. Outside of outcome for me now, it is the best. Of course, I like making money. That's why I came into trading. Okay, I get it. It is something we look forward to, making money. Okay, but every time that you do what you should, it feels amazing. And that is like the emotion you should be proud of. Like, I respected my system. I'm building trust in myself and in my system.
What is it
You
that you say with your mentees, like your like cute losers, or show me your like
know?
what like show me
Like,
your
yeah, show me, like, be like, show off about your losing days, your losing trades. Like, this is, for me, is real trading, right? How do you lose? That is sexy. Okay, cute little losers. I don't care that you made 3 grand today, because what do you do today and tomorrow and next week? Okay, like, it's good. Making money is great, but how do you lose it? Okay, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep.
be real quick. A massive amount of selling just hit the ES. Like
Look at me.
crazy selling just hit. I think I just heard "look at me." I
Yeah,
think in the background.
my alerts are going up.
So I'm sure I've been short ES all morning, just holding this R3 short. So I already hit a SPY short earlier, and we are just starting to rip to the downside.
I
So,
short
but
some oil this last night, so my money is made. I was
oh,
making money while sleeping again last
you
night.
and your overnight stuff you've been doing lately, like you were showing at the meetup, was just spectacular.
Love it.
You have been crushing with commodities as well. I love it. Woo, here we go. I've been holding this short just all morning, just waiting for this. I'm going to hit a target here in a second. We're almost there.
Great. Before lunch.
Oh, come on. Just get down to S3. We're going to do this.
So again, it's
Anyway,
a
back to
when
it.
I'm gonna tell you, it's a little bit of a bummer. You're having emotions? What kind of emotions do you have right now,
I'm
Thor?
having emotions. I'm excited. I've been hanging into this position for a long time. I'm also very happy because it's entered exactly where I want to enter it, exactly in the way I want to have it entered. My risk is exactly the way I want it. My target's exactly where I want it. So, and I'm really kind of, I am indifferent to the outcome, but let's not lie, hitting trades is fun. So it's like, but to see the market, we've got a really nice stairs up, elevator down. So my bear is tingling right now. You know what I mean? He's very, very excited. So but now this will be the real hard part too, because with being a range trader, if this starts to buy right now, which it certainly can, I still have to just sit here and be okay with it coming back against me. So I have to temper my excitement, because my excitement right now can easily turn into very quick disappointment. So, but I'm definitely excited because it's looking pretty good. It feels good, like you were just saying. It's a feel good position. Even if I did lose it, I'd be happy to show it off and consider myself to look sexy for it. So just saying.
Yeah, there's a context, right? So the trade, if it hits your target, it's nice for the target, but it's nice also because it is respecting your plan. Okay, and now I know you want to look at it because like, maybe we will have a pullback, and now you're not sure, like, what should I do? Should I? There's nothing you can do, right? Just have maybe a trend line there. Okay, so if we have a pullback, just have a trend line telling you, hey, maybe we're changing direction or not, because now we look very aggressive to the downside. But you have criteria to exit a trade too, right? So
Yep.
let's just focus on that.
Yep. No,
Okay.
everything looks good here. So back to the
Going back
brain.
to positive emotions. And don't get me wrong, again, when I woke up this morning and my CL trade hit target during the night, every morning that I wake up and I made money, I feel like when I was a young girl and it was Christmas morning. Like, how cool is that? You
Look
wake
at
up
me.
and you made money while sleeping.
So
I
good.
could have never dreamed of that. Of course, when you invest, it's kind of the same concept. Yay!
Look at me.
There you go. Now we have your full attention.
You always have my attention. But yeah, the full attention is here. So
Um, So it is normal. I mean, it's cool like to make money and hit a target, okay? But again, the whole context is very important because you remember that every day you need to do the same thing. So I'm sure yeah, you've been holding for a while. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a 1 minute chart. Oh, sorry. I'm
I mean,
used to
I've been
1 hour.
holding since, yeah, since before the open. So I have been holding for a while though. If this was a 1 hour chart, oh my God, this would be forever.
Yeah, exactly. I'm used to the 1 hour, so I'm like, wow, this is a very long time, but it's not. So, and what I was trying to say earlier, like it is a bit of a bummer what I'm gonna say. But trading should be boring. Okay, I'm sure you heard that before, but good trading will not be exciting. And that I think it kind of maybe it's a disappointment at some point. I know for me, at some point, it has been. Because I was excited to trade. Maybe I had, not maybe, probably, it was my gambler's mindset. We all have it as humans, okay? I don't know one person who doesn't have a gambler's mindset somewhere, okay? It's totally normal to get excited about the idea of making good money fast. Okay, so again, don't punish yourself or beat yourself up if you have a gambler's mindset. It is normal, but knowing that, what should I do to protect myself? Okay, it's never about the weaknesses. Okay, and guys, I'm telling you, whatever you're going through that is difficult right now, we went through it and still go through it at times. Okay, everything, all the dirty stuff, we went through it,
Oh, big time.
right?
Well, and the gambler's mentality that you're thinking about, I think in the positive aspect, especially is particularly evocative, right? Because let's say you win, like I just did. Very fun. I've been waiting all day. I've had all these different things happen. And all of a sudden, I get this great fill and everything. Now, a lot of people, the next thing you're going to want to do is take more trades. But what if I tried to buy here? What if I buy 2 or 3 more times? Now, this beautiful winning day that I've had now gets truncated into a little day because I got excited, right? So positive emotions, especially in this context, can be extremely dangerous. How many of you notice that when you win and you only take one trade, you end up with a green day? But if you win and then take a second, a third, or a fourth, or even that fifth, sixth, seventh trades in there over Traders Anonymous, right? What ends up happening to that day? Do you end up green when you hit 4 or 5 trades or 6 trades, or are you normally ending up red on those days? I bet most of you like me, right? The more trades you rack up, the higher probability it is you're going to be green. And I found that to be level across the board with almost every trader I've ever worked with. What do you think, Dr. V? Do you see something similar with that with your people?
Yeah, of course. And with myself too. Like before, when I was struggling so hard, I would also take more trades and chasing. Let's say that I had a target on a trade and it looked like it was so aggressive on the selling, on the buying side, I would jump back in to make more money. Very stupid. I was greedy. But again, for me, like I said, like it was a bummer for me to realize that trading would not be exciting. And I had some resistance, okay? Because there's a difference between the positive emotions that will help your trading and positive emotion that can be detrimental to your trading. Okay? All the dopamine hits, all the excitement, right? And I'm not talking about passion. You can be very passionate about trading. Passion is more like something like a feeling, right? But excitement, okay? The idea, expectation about making money, I'm sure you can feel it. You can feel the difference between good emotions like calm, focus, okay? Like this deep sense of I'm doing it right. is never exciting. It is slightly boring, to be honest.
It certainly can be, especially for long periods of time, for very short periods of excitement. The excitement is always very, very short, but it's like you're just sitting there in the boredom for hours for, oh, yeah. You know, it's kind of like fishing, you know, you just sit there for like an hour with your bobber in the water and all of a sudden, boom, you get like 30 seconds of reeling and then, oh, that was fun. Well, I guess like, you know, but if you start fishing,
again,
it doesn't work. So
it's it's so right what you're saying, because these short bursts of dopamine hits and excitement, I mean, they're very short, yet they are very intense. They get us flooded with the reward system firing on. Okay, we love rewards as humans. So just the idea of making money is enough. The expectation of making money, right? So that's why we have to override that, saying, okay, I am aware that now I'm very excited with the idea of making money. But is it a setup for me? Because I know myself, and when I don't respect my rules or I don't trade my system, usually it doesn't end well. But to know that usually it doesn't end well means that you had to go through that path. That's why we were talking about last week about the corridor or the tunnel of pain. Pain is the greatest teacher, like it or not.
without a doubt.
So without pain, we don't know what we shouldn't reproduce in our trading.
Really old school saying from my grandmother was, nobody changes unless it hurts enough. So, so she did say that to me after I hit my head underneath a kitchen table when she said, watch your head, while I was under the kitchen table. So, but that's not the important part of what I was saying. But I mean, you know, it kind of goes in tune with that. You know, I know for me, I started controlling my risk after I bag held and torched my first small account. Right. So that's when I was like, okay, maybe I don't want to do that again. Right. So then I actually changed, but it hurt enough. You know, I can make that adjustment. I haven't lost more than my risk metric on a single trade ever since I did that. You know, it really, you know, created a real hard change. You know what I mean? But, you know, if I encourage everyone here not to make it hurt too much, like start making the changes, please. Like, but you know, it is ironic that I don't know if I know a professional trader who did not do some significant damage, at least significant damage to their first account or so, trying to get into the market. Like these are just kind of things you have to, you know, this pain you're talking, you know, tunnel of pain you're talking about. It's just kind of something you have to wade through in order to get to the other side. And without doing it, you're just not going to appreciate the risk, I think, sometimes. So we're here telling you people, you can believe us right now and try and maybe there's like a smaller, like less barbed wired tunnel than we crawled through. But, you know, if you are crawling through that tunnel, understand that this is one we've waded through also. Like everyone must go through this so that you can hit, you know, these really excellent trades. You know, it's just a part of it. Dave Hobbing, we're gonna pass on that comparison there, but I think you're right, but I'm not commenting on it. It's a good one. I got a mental image right now, and I'm not gonna use it. Jason Palmer, wow.
Could you briefly speak about your strategy and your trading instrument? So I will briefly do it, but I have my webinar this lunch. So I have sessions every Wednesday at noon in the BBT webinar room where I teach my strategy more extensively. But what I do is I only trade with lines. Okay, so I use higher time frame trend lines and support resistance. And what I do is I will either trade a trend break or a trend continuation on the 1 hour chart. I'm still a day trader, but I like the idea of being an intraday swing day trader. So it's like a little bit of a fusion between the two styles. For me, it's helping having my private practice during the day, so working with people and then trading at the same time. Okay, for time constraint, I think it's amazing. Also for people that work during the day. Okay, when you have a full-time job, you don't have time to trade maybe the 5-minute chart. Okay, so the 1-hour chart is very nice. Also, again, because I know my weaknesses. Okay, I've been an impulsive trader. Okay, the 1-hour chart let me have more time to take a decision, and also my decisions have more weight behind it. My entry criteria is on a 1-hour chart, so I have more price action supporting my idea. And for me, it is working perfectly. I still like trading the 5-minute chart. When I have more time during the day, I will use Thor's cams and I will trade the 5-minute chart. But my favorite of all time, that one that works well for day trading and for my style, my personality, my work agenda, is the 1-hour chart.
I
So
also really like how you've been focusing on like crude and like copper and silver and some of these markets that are maybe a little bit more directional right now. Like they give better, longer moves, like the indices and the futures related to the indices, especially right now, have been quite choppy. I mean, we're getting a little movement today, but even so far today, it's really not massive, right? It's been enough. We've made money, hooray. But to call it directional, I think would be generous. So one of the things I've really liked about what you've been doing, yeah, platinum is one she's been looking at, Ravi.
yeah.
I think, that, and then focusing on some of the news reports that are also related to the indices. So you can kind of get some idea for potential directional movements, I think is really cool. So a really big little housekeeping moment here. Bear Bull Traders Diamond is back, right? So for a limited time, you can practice with a $50,000 funded account and get full access to the BBT community for 1 full year. So if you've been kind of on the fence about getting into that and started trying with a funded, this could be that moment, because getting access to the BBT community means you could learn Vanessa's strategies from Vanessa directly. Also, don't forget, you may want to get in there soon because she's presenting tonight, right, as well, because she, like we said, she's taking over Wednesday basically entirely. And then also don't forget, just a little private plug for her own practice. She does mentor individually as well as work with traders, as well as she has her own private practice. So she is a PhD and practicing. So if there are things even outside of trading that you need, this is an individual that can help you with that. So just kind of a little plug out there. Got my plugs out there. Loves, likes, thumbs up, shares, all that stuff. You know how it works, people. So we got to make her happy so she keeps spending time with us. It's not just because we're sexy traders. Okay, everybody. We got to make sure she's coming by and hanging out with us on a regular thing. You know what I mean? I asked y'all what y'all wanted. Y'all said you wanted psychology talk weekly. So she's here. So make sure she knows how much we like her. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, people. Thank you, Thor. It's 80% of mindset. Trading is your mindset. So please do not hesitate to work on it. It is so important. It is not how many more indicators you can add or what can you learn more about how market works. Okay, find a simple strategy, stick with it. And if you can't stick with it, guess what? It's a mindset challenge now. Okay, and as a trader, you are a person. Okay, so maybe you still have some stuff going on that you haven't healed yet. Okay, because the market will expose us. It is the best, the most, at least for me, powerful tool for the self-development. I have evolved so much as a human being because of the markets. I will be forever grateful. Okay? Thank you for letting me dance with you every day. For letting me getting to know you. It's hard. But I still love you very much with all of my heart. And I think the greatest
Even when you're rude.
yes, even when you're rude. Because I know you don't mean it, right? You just, you do what you do. And I respect you as you are. I'm not trying to control you. Healthy relationship with the markets. I think what the markets showed me, teach me the most is self-love. Isn't that crazy? The financial markets taught me about maybe loving myself more, respecting myself more. Because never forget, the more you respect your rules in trading, the more it shows. Because your brain doesn't make a difference. If it's trading, is it because you, in your relationship, the way you play tennis, whatever, every time you show up to yourself, you show yourself that you can trust yourself. You're building self-love for every areas of your life.
Yeah, I never expected this journey to be so spiritual, because I definitely know that, like, in my journey as well. I had to completely change, like, how I viewed myself. And I mean, I really went from almost like one type of person. Like, I mean, if you guys, I'll share pictures, or if you go on my social media, you'll probably see me if you go far enough back. I mean, pictures of me even from like 2018 and 19, I don't even look like the same person practically. I mean, it's wild. I mean, but it took, like, I mean, I had a physical change going through this journey, an emotional change, a psychological change. When I bought How to Day Trade for a Living, and came into this community, no one said you're going to have to become a better person, and do all of these things in order to do that. It should have been like page 2, now that I'm thinking about it, but, apparently it wasn't in there. But, it is very, very true. The journey that we're on here is so much more than just a technical exercise of how to math out some numbers. I mean, you're going to encounter all the best parts of yourself and all the worst parts of yourself in journey. And then the market will force you to cultivate the best versions of yourself. And if you don't, well, that's where you're going to end up. You're not probably being involved with the market anymore.
Yeah, obey to it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's so important. Just go with it. I know it hurts. I know it is frustrating. I know it can be, I mean, I cried. I was discouraged. But again, I was not doing the right thing. Okay, the markets do their thing. Okay, they're not trying to hurt me. Like, there's no like hidden camera there that, oh, she put her stuff there, or oh, she wants to make money, we're gonna hurt her. The market, it's just price moving around. So what does the market do? 3 things. Okay, give it to me, guys. Like 3 things that the market does.
I personally feel like it hunts my account specifically. I'm quite sure someone put my account number into a server somewhere, and that server specifically, like, that is Thor's account. I can see it. It's right there. Right there. It's just below Andrew's account. They want his obviously more than mine.
Yeah, I think the size you're taking probably
yeah, just because of the massive size, my 5 contracts of micros I just took a minute ago, the huge size that moves the whole market and all that, obviously all about me. I mean, everything, right? I'm a trader. Everything's all about me, right? So the whole market wants my stop, my little tiny yeah, maybe it's not about. Yeah, you're right. I think maybe not about me. I think I could be wrong here.
So is it the market, or is it us that keep on messing around? Right? So again, face it. It's exposing something to you. What are you gonna do with it? That's what separates winners from losers. Okay? So the answer is yes, 3 directions. Well, 3 types of movements. Okay? We're going up, we're going down, and we're going flat, sideways. This is what the markets have been doing since the beginning of times. Okay? There's only 3 things that it does. So if you feel attacked by the markets, something is wrong with you. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm very direct here. But it is the truth, okay?
How dare
It's
you?
because we don't approach it correctly. We need to learn how to dance with it, not the other way around. The market does not care about us. So are you gonna follow it or try to impose your vision on it day in and day out? What's your decision? Okay, so strip yourself of everything here. You have no control. You have no ego. You're not right. Okay, you're not super smart. You're nothing. You're just your system. Work on that as a scientist. Test it. Let it prove you what it does. Let it do its thing. Okay, trust it. Okay, so back to positive emotion.
I like that, Throne. Throne says, no expectation, no bias, follow the plan. Like, just, if you can really pull that off, you're going to find yourself in a pretty good spot. Just saying. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
that's it. I mean, let's go for it. You know what I'm saying? I like your style.
And expectations, not only about the markets, but about oneself. I had very high expectation on myself because I know that I had like everything I had done before. I was either the first or the second, right? I wanted to be the best. I had to be the best. Okay. Everybody wanted to do a PhD back in the days when I was there. 250 students. They chose 8 people to do it. I had to do it. I had full control on how I studied and this. So I had a history behind me, and I'm sure like people owning like business, and I mean, you know, like it's so hard when back like before everything you touch or almost everything you touch worked. And then you find yourself in this environment where you're not right. You're like a lot of times you're wrong, right? Ouch.
If anything, more often than you can be right. I mean, you can be wrong 60% of the time and still be making money. 30%, you know, you can be wrong 70% of the time and still be making money. You know, it's so the opposite of that. It's which is very hard.
So I would like you today to focus on cultivating and feeling the good emotions, okay, in trading, and the right good emotions, okay, the one that we want to become an executor, okay, good emotions about the execution. So calm readiness, alert focus, detached curiosity, inner satisfaction, and pride in following your rules. Like a small sample of the kind of emotions. When you journal your trades, it is very important to write down how you felt before taking it, when the position was open, not because you watched it, just having the position open, and when the trade was done. 3 times and when you write down your emotions, you can only use keywords. For my journaling, I have a list of key emotions that I'm used to feel, okay? But you can go online and check like a list of positive emotions and emotions associated with excitement or dopamine hits, or you know what I mean? So you can kind of have like lists that you can pick from. Make it simple. When I say that you have to journal psychologically, it doesn't have to be extensive. Just writing down emotions and maybe something about your reflection about it. Okay, keep it simple, keep it short. Very important to also track your emotional progress, if that makes sense.
I think this is really, really important. And I think a lot of people, like, you're gonna discount this a little bit. Don't. This is very, very important. I know many of you people, we're big dudes. We don't think I need to worry about this part. Trust me, dudes are more emotional than anybody, right? We just throw the shell on it, right? Don't lie to yourself and think that your emotions aren't affecting your trading and your trading decisions. The more emotional you are, as V has has explained to us in previous sessions. And don't forget, you can always go back every Wednesday for the past couple of Wednesdays and watch segments that she's already done to get, if you've missed those segments, and you can go in there. Don't forget that. But having that emotional center in there, I've had mentees where all of a sudden one day from their journal, you say, well, what happened on this day? Why is this the only day this month that you overtraded? And then sure enough, because they were documenting their, what was going on. Oh yeah, they were dropping their kid off at the airport that day. You know what I mean? So, or they were dropping, for my mentee that I was working with, his kid was going to back to Israel during some tough times. Right. So it was very important for us to recognize that. Now he knows that he needs to focus on that emotional center. You know what I mean? And then we coached through that a little bit and worked on those things because we all need to stay focused on that. So people, please take this stuff seriously. This is like really good stuff. Don't forget, give us that for the doc. She's giving you the good stuff here. So Doc, I'm really loving this. This is a great subject today.
Thank you. Also, maybe some examples of contaminated emotions that you want to get rid of. Okay, so hope is, you don't want hope. And if you find yourself hoping, it's a bad trait. Or you should go do something else and stop watching your screen. Okay, and hope is not a strategy either, right? Regret. Okay, there's no regret. There's just executing, and after studying what went well, what went wrong. Okay, urgency. If you feel like a rush to take a trade, it's not a good trade. Even if you make money, and worst, if you make money on it. Anxiety and euphoria. When you have these emotions and you can adapt the list, okay, according to your personal emotions, your personal experience, but this is a hint. This list is a hint of your body telling you, now I'm not in a calm, focused state to take the trade.
That euphoria one's really dangerous for me. Because I kind of just had a little bit of that a second ago after I won. It was really important for me to stay focused on that. And this is, my worst Hulk days started off as winning days. So, because I would win a trade and then I would trade again, then I'd trade again, and then now I'd be near break even. At this point, it doesn't even matter. Right. So now I have a max loss. Let's just go ahead and see where that's at. And now after all of this, going from a winner to being a loser, do you think at this point I'm going to get composed and just stop trading now at max loss? Right. No, and without some of the software doing that for me, these are the things that really would screw up my real big winning days. You go from, and then it took like one trade and you're a winner. And then you spend a whole day working your butt off just to be a big old loser. And so now you almost work down that. You said hope, regret, urgency, anxiety, and euphoria. But kind of interestingly, you almost go like backwards through that list as you crash, right? You've got a euphoria, and then the anxiety kind of sets in. Then there's this urgency that sets in. Then you start to regret the decision. Then you start to hope you're going to bail yourself out. Right. So I just kind of saw that as you were saying it that way. Isn't that interesting? So it just kind of like crashes, that's like almost the account blow up, I think, is that progression falling backwards. You know what I mean?
And again, it's the gambling thing. We can't stop. We need the excitement. We need the adrenaline. We need strong emotion. If you want strong emotion, go jump off of a plane. Like do something else. Push yourself in sports, okay? Have other challenges, other exciting stuff, okay? But not in trading. Protect your money, protecting your money. And also it's a question you could ask yourself. Okay, I have $50 to invest today in the markets. Should I go to a crappy trade or a good trade with my money? Who should I give my money to? If it's like, yeah, not sure. You feel when it's a great setup as well. Not only just before executing it, but you look at charts and like, oh, I love this. I'm sure you know what I mean. You know what a great setup looks like. Okay? You don't have to take every setup. Invest your money the right way, because don't forget, if you didn't trade today because you didn't have a setup, You didn't lose money. How cool is that? So I think I have maybe like 50% of my mentees, they're already successful traders. Already, it's working for them. You know what's not working? They keep taking setups that are outside of their strategy or their trading style. They are already successful. If they would stick to that, they would be consistently profitable for a while.
Yeah, getting rid of those red trades is an endeavor to have, right? Like, you know, and this, when I think we talked about this maybe 2 sessions ago, and I talked about one of your meditation sessions where I really heard this I take setups, not trades kind of concept really resonating with me.
Yeah.
And it really fits into that because basically I just really started to resonate with this. Like, if I don't have a setup today, I don't need to trade today. Like, I've got things to do, right? We got kids, we've got responsibilities, we've got all these different things we have to be taking care of. Like, if you're not going to make money today, why make money today? That'd be almost like if you were like a salesperson and you know, just going to an empty parking lot to try and go sell stuff to people. It just doesn't make sense. You're just wasting time. Why even spend the gas to drive there, right? So it's like, you know, I think for a lot of us, that gambler's mentality, right? I've got to pull the handle on the slot machine. I just got to get in there and fire trades, you know, not take setups. I got to get in there and just fire trades because I just want to play. That's the market is looking for you and would like you to participate. And if you feel like you need to do that, don't forget, you can always just donate your money to us. We'll just take it and put it in a really nice spot for you. We'll hang it, we'll cheat a little bit. And then when you're ready, we'll send it back to you. You know, so minus, you know, our cut for hanging on to you because it's business. But no, I'm just kidding. Don't send me your money. Just send her. No. But yeah, I just think that's a really, really good points. So embrace the red trades, James. I think so, man.
Yeah. Keep your resources for the great things. Like, do not allocate money for everything in the market. And it is exactly like, try to think what the markets are trying to do to take money, why they're so good at taking our money, and just stop doing that, right? And one of the things they want us to do, and it's why they move the price around, by the way, they want us to engage. Okay? So try to remember that. Okay, the market, 24 hours a day, or almost, they are trying to take my money from me. So what should I be aware of? And also, every day that you take money out of the market and that you protected your money, it's an amazing day. Okay, set the bar low, please. Start by getting yourself together with your system, respecting it, and then do your best. Not every day is going to be a perfect day for you. I get it. It's normal, but do your best, right? And I just want to say, guys, I love you so much. I care so much about you because I know how it hurts. I know, okay? I get it. It's hard. But I'm telling you, everything is possible. One thought and one behavior at the time. Trying to dissect here what is not working so it could work, so I can protect myself, so I can take on strategies for myself. Again, not trying to copy what helps somebody else or what is working for me. What do I like? What I feel comfortable in? And I care so much about your success. That's why every time you come in here or during my lunch sessions or other sessions, please do not hesitate to share your struggle, okay? We are like a group of people, BBT, don't trade alone. You are safe here, okay? We are your safe haven for your psychology, for your mind. Just when you arrive here, you unplug, and if you want to share some stuff, we are here. You are not alone, and we know it is hard, okay? So thank you.
Oh, thank you, doctor, for talking about that. Everybody, if that doesn't get you like a little bit stoked about coming to this show on Wednesdays and hanging out, you know, I want to back up the doctor here. We genuinely care about y'all and your successes and really doing a good job and doing all this. So thank you everybody for coming by and and supporting the channel. Make sure to share it. Tell your friends to come by. Obviously, many of them, are also struggling with trading and looking for a place to go. Have them come by Wednesdays, and then we'll try and get them more into the community from there. But it's really, really important that we work on this aspect and that you have someone who truly cares about you. And one of the reasons I think that that Vanessa here has been just catapulting into the ranks here as far as like sought after trading psychologists, right, is because she genuinely cares. So make sure you guys are coming by, liking, sharing, and all that stuff. And then again, if you want to work with her, she practices privately, or you can come behind the paywall here at Bear Bull Traders, and we can do that. So we've got a few minutes left, Doc. How do you want to close things out today?
A meditation.
Oh, meditation. It's my favorite part of every Wednesday. Are y'all ready to get a little bit calm, and then we'll see what all this volume is coming in on the market here as we close this thing out?
So let's reset for a little bit, okay? So we have like 3 minutes. So make yourself comfortable. Find a seating position that you feel safe and comfortable in. And when you're ready, you can gently close your eyes and start to focus on your breathing. Gently bringing the attention inwards for a moment. Take a deep breath in. And letting go slowly. Every time you breathe in, you're taking what you need. And every time you're breathing out, you are letting go of what you no longer need. Let your shoulders drop. And feel your body just being. You are still. You are grounded. You are present. Thoughts will come and go. It is normal. It is our brain's job. We know that. We also know we are more than our brains. We are core consciousness. We are observers. And we just let the thoughts come and go. Now silently repeat to yourself, I choose to trade with clarity and calm. I am patient, focused, and in control. My goal is execution, not perfection. Let these words echo gently within you. Feel the confidence in your body. Feel the pride in honoring your rules. Take one final deep breath in. And let go slowly. When you're ready, gently open your eyes, come back in the external environment, thanking yourself for this practice today, for taking care of your mind, for trying day after day to rewire it properly.
And
So
that
thank you
was
for your time.
perfect. Thank you so much, Doctor. I agree, Ben. We need that every morning at like 9:20 before we start trading. Now, if you're in a member of Dr. V's small group mentoring, you actually kind of get that every morning. So always check that out. Thank you so much for coming by, everybody. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Talk to you soon. Bye, Dr. V.